that's probably the most advanced strat, and I don't think Esper will be going for that, but I know King will be.
Well, I know how difficult it is to even get up there as quick as you do. And I mean, so many people used to screw it up ages ago before they had to do it in that as fast as they can now. But
yeah, looks like the race is underway.
Well, Esper's a little ahead.
Yeah, it seems like King started his game a little later.
They started their timers at the same time, though.
Yeah. Maybe I need to pause.
He's just giving him a head start.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like everything's going pretty smooth for them so far, at least.
Yep, they both got the backflip first try. That backflip can be a pain. It's not exactly RNG, but any runner will tell you that, you know, whether or not you get that first or second try, just like no one knows really why it happens.
To it.
But we both got the backflip first try. They both got pretty bad cauliflowers, it looked like. So, but still, it's just spiral. Doesn't really matter.
It matters to some people.
Yeah. Something that might be a little interesting to point out is that King jumped to bottles at the beginning, and Esper just walked up to the molehill.
It saves a little time, right?
I think the jump actually loses time. I think that's what Brad keeps trying to tell everybody, is that because he didn't do it in the TAS, in the tool-assisted speedrun. So
I always thought it was faster.
A little bit of time. You'd think so, but I mean, bottles doesn't get activated until you land, so walking up to him activates the text quicker. If you can get a good start away from bottles, then you can save some time. Oh, looks like they've
caught up,
they're dead even here now.
We have a race.
King has had some clean movement and caught up. Ooh, look at this.
Both got the skip.
Exciting. Sync Craigasm.
They are on directly on time with each other.
And they both nailed
Rom
skip.
Rom is a little faster.
They both nailed bottle skip there, which is really neat. And boom! Oh, Esper might have entered just a little bit early. It looked like a 205, 206 spiral for both of them. But yeah, cool thing there is that backflip that they did onto that little pixel of the corner of the top island there where Bottles is. If you go up there, Bottles automatically will talk to you, and it wastes a little bit of time. But if you land right on that very edge and jump over top of Bottles, you can avoid the text, and both of them nailed that trick, so that's pretty awesome.
It looks like Casey kind of gained some time on him a little bit there.
Yeah, perhaps. There is a little bit of a way that you can save or lose time on the way to the Mumbo's Mountain picture that I actually just found out at the last GDQ. So if you skip Grunty's text before getting the first Jiggy, it saves time. It saves like a second.
Esper's already getting a little bit of bad luck on that enemy there in front of the Jinjo.
Yeah. So something interesting to point out is both of these runners are using a glitch called Furnace Fun Moves, which was set up beforehand. What it does is it allows you to start the game with most of the advanced moves from Bottles already learned. So Talon Trots, Shock Pad, Speed Shoes, Beak Bomb. The ones that you skip are Eggs, Flight, and Invulnerability, because you want Bottles to fill up those items. But basically, the main time save from that is that you don't have to redo any levels. You can one-shot 100% all the levels with that glitch.
Right, the only redone level in the past was Freeze Easy, right?
Yeah, so the game doesn't have too much backtracking as it is intended. You could argue that... Ooh.
A bit of trouble in the anthill right now.
Yeah. The Termite Tower skip... this is called Termite Skip 1, what Esper's having trouble with here. And it's a little bit tricky. You have to manage to land on those slopes. After like 1.5 seconds, Banjo will slide off of them. Banjo-Kazooie can't. They're too steep and they'll slip and slide off. But if you make your shadow hit flat ground, the game assumes that Banjo and Kazooie have touched flat ground, and that resets that 1.5 second timer. So if you just jump on and off of those slippery slopes, you'll never slide down. But it can be a little tricky. They're kind of precise jumps to do, especially in Talon Trot. And yeah, Esper was definitely getting unlucky with the slope timers there and had a rough Termite Tower, which has put KC well in the lead here.
Looks like Casey went and got the jiggy early there on Conga.
Casey's opting for a really interesting strat. I'm not sure if it saves time or not, but I haven't seen many people do this.
This is new to me.
I've seen Smasher do it once. What he's going to do is he's going to get both of the jiggies to spawn. The jiggy from killing Conga and the jiggy from getting all 3 orange tiles. He's going to get both of those to spawn on the same place. And then he can collect both jiggies in the same dance. If he does it correctly.
He's already ahead, so I mean, anything else that's going to help him out is always good, but if you screw it up...
As much as Esper's probably lost about 20 seconds to 30 seconds already, these runners are both really active. They run all the time, daily almost, and both of them are potential for getting a really nice time here, or a PB. Ooh, the jiggies didn't actually line up correctly for Casey there, so he has to get them one after the other.
It looked like he was trying to get right in between them with that ground pound, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah, most of the time they're actually like occupying the same spot, and when you ground pound into them, you get they both get added to your inventory.
He's still doing a lot of really good work here with his movement, so he's gonna be ahead for a while. He's just gonna have to screw up something fierce, I suppose. He could get a washing machine.
Interesting that he went for that double jiggy strat. I didn't know he did that.
Every run that I really see him do, he's never done it before. Maybe he was just trying to go for some swaggy strats for the race.
Trying to put on a show for the speed gaming audience.
Sounds like Casey.
Yep.
You got Juju.
Nice quick Juju there, yeah.
Missed the hut a little bit, but looks like he'll finish this off pretty well.
Pixel did it versus me. Interesting. All right, maybe that's more of a used strat than I thought. Smasher was he swore by that strat. He was doing it every run. Oh, Pixel did it versus me, and he was commentating, so he probably was like, I want to learn how to do that. But yeah, kingkc13's coming up on the first major dance skip in the run. Every level, once you've collected 10 jiggies, there's an extra long jiggy jig that they do, Banjo-Kazooie. And in every single level except for one, we try to skip this dance. King has gotten it. Basically, you get the last jiggy, but you jump into it and land in the water. Banjo-Kazooie won't do the dance if they're in the water, so that definitely saved him that 10-second dance right there.
Yeah, we'll definitely be seeing a few of those coming up for... I know we'll see that in Rusty Bucket Bay.
Yep.
Click Clock, a few others.
Every level will skip that dance, but it'll be in slightly different ways. Other than Freeze Easy Peak, no one's found a way to skip that final dance and save time. Esper got the Jiggy Jig skip as well, so good. Good for both those guys. It's not a terribly difficult trick, but it is a little bit finicky, and
right, a little bit off of your timing, and you're gonna not be going in the water fast enough. Well, everything up to this point is pretty standard, just movement.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to the timers, but neither of them had like clean mumbos for that termite. Yorb the termite coming in hot, bopped Esper a little bit on his way out.
Alright, well it looks like Casey's about half or 30 seconds ahead at the moment. Roughly.
Yeah, so here with the use of FFM, they can open up TTC and Clanker's Cavern and then leave this room. That avoids another little backtrack there. Because they already know Shock Spring, they didn't have to... Normally you would learn that one in Treasure Trove Cove.
King's gonna do a nice little glitch here coming up, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, if you flutter into that that boardwalk there, you can get a nice drop on that Jinjo, which, I mean, you're probably able to explain that a lot better than I am, but he doesn't have to dive for it. It just drops him down to the Jinjo instead.
Yeah, it's when you flutter and get stuck on the little board there, it assumes you've been in the air longer, so it plummets you a little further down into the water. And yeah, skipping the dive. I think I'm a little bit behind. I'm going to pause and refresh here. Esper opting to not do that strat and just diving and getting the blue Jinjo. Not much of a difference though. Minor thing. 35 seconds apart sounds about right. Bat. Sounds about right. Esper had a rough go of Mumbo's Mountain, and King did as well, but for different reasons. He went for a YOLO strat.
It looks like Blubber's not going to cooperate very well with Casey here. Usually they want to try and be right on top of where that Jiggy spawns when they give him the gold, but which will save them a little bit of time on the cutscene, but he wasn't very cooperative.
Blubber
he has
was
to be
in
in a very
Africa.
particular spot, yeah.
Blubber, the killer of Glods.
Well, nothing too out of the ordinary for either of them in this TTC, but it looks like Esper's struggling a little bit for this Mumbo token and notes.
Yeah, Esper, they do this trick called a quick dive in that room, which allows them to go right to the bottom of the water, which, so if you're in Talon Trot and you slide off of land into water, then the game will, get you out of Talon Trot, but while you're in the water, and somehow that plummets you down to the bottom. So they do that. There's quite a bit of quick dives in the speedrun that you'll be seeing. It's a pretty neat little trick. Looks like Esper did get lucky with Blubber, though.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I missed that. King looks like he's having a pretty good TTC so far, at least.
Aside from Blubber, it's been pretty smooth movement-wise, execution-wise.
It's usually the latter portion of this level that really gives people a lot of guff, though, so...
Yeah.
With the new Furnace Fun moves in this level, where they're able to grab a lot of these jiggies with flight and skip more of those little jiggy jigs. Saves a lot of time on this level.
Yeah, for sure. The level that introduces flight, it wants you to fly around everywhere. You just pick up all the jiggies in flight. So King just picked up a couple of jiggies in that one flight section. And, with the use of Beak Bomb now, early, we can get around really quickly in this level. Something interesting to note is that throughout the level of Treasure Trove Cove, you're intentionally wanting to take a bunch of damage, because at the end of the level, you want to death warp back to the exit/entrance of the level. And so Esper opted to not take a little bit of damage earlier, where I think King did. So I think Esper's going to try to play it a little more safe. King is down to 3 HP, which means that in Nipper, he's going to have 2. And there is a chance that he could get extremely unlucky and die in Nipper from the crabs. Which Esper, I think, is deciding not to go for that. I think he normally would in a run, but I think for race strats, he's going to go in with 3 health. King's going in with 2 here, so we'll see what happens.
Worst case scenario, he kills a crab and fills a little bit up. But
yeah, I don't think King's going to go for the crabs. King's a little bit risky. All right, good. He got lucky. The crabs weren't underneath the jiggy. If the crabs are underneath the jiggy, then you'll take a damage landing on the crabs with the jiggy, and then after the jiggy cutscene, you'll take another hit and die.
Well, Esper's hanging in there. He messed up that quick dive a little bit, but he missed a lot of damage on Nipper. Or not Nipper, Snacker.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. King got, what's the bucket's name?
Leaky.
Leaky skip. Thank you.
Nice, yeah, you got... Not necessarily leaky skip anymore, because I used to poop the 2 eggs into the bucket and then learn shock pad and the same thing. But now, since we're already on the move, it's kind of just like getting leaky and also going closer to where you have to go next.
True.
Yeah, but it's still pretty neat. Still skips. Man, you were way far ahead of me. Are you watching on the same?
I'm watching on Speed Gaming.
Oh, so am I. I forgot to watch on this commentary thing.
Probably pause.
Whoa, this commentary thing's way further ahead.
Yeah.
Or wait, way further behind.
For me, King just got the final X.
Okay, I'm gonna keep watching on commentary then, because that one's ahead for me.
Okay. It might be ahead for everybody that's watching as well. Maybe we should hold off so we don't spoil anything for anybody.
Are we spoilering this? Ooh. So yeah, this last flying section is a little bit trickier. Esper landed there, trying to get that Jiggy. It's not a big deal. He's still got the Jiggy in flight.
Right.
But that one's a bit tough because you have to beak bomb through the Jinjo, which makes that Jiggy appear, and then get the honeycomb, and then grab a Jiggy without landing, and then...
He's having a little bit of trouble, but King cleaned up TTC pretty well there. He got the Jiggy skip at the end with the crab.
Got the death warp from the crab. Basically, if King gets that Jiggy and lands and dies to the crab, he not only skips the 10-second dance animation from getting the last Jiggy in the level, but he also warps right back to the exit with that Jiggy in his inventory. Looks like he got like a 1630, high 1630 TTC,
Something
which is
like
not
that,
too shabby for a race. Not at all.
Here, we'll see Esper finishing up. He's had a little bit of trouble for both of these levels, but he's hanging in there.
Yep, it's still early game, so anything can happen.
We have a lot of washing machines and...
Just a death would be...
Yeah.
Like, a death would tie them up, right? If
An early one, yeah.
Yeah, if Esper's in Clankers and King dies near to the end of Clankers and has to get all his notes again, all of a sudden Esper's in the lead. That's something we should mention, is that in this game, it's a very, very punishing game to race/run, because if you die, you lose all of your notes, and you have to collect them all again. There are 100 in each level. Ooh, Esper, don't die. Okay.
He got it.
Ooh, he saved it.
Just barely.
That was a close call. If you die without getting that Jiggy, not only do you have to go back there, but you have to poop eggs into Leaky again and watch the cutscene of the water draining. You have to do all of it over again. So King is having some clean movement here. It's good. We're gonna pay attention to King here. Yes,
at least.
The advanced 2 cycle is one of the hardest tricks in the game. In my opinion, the hardest trick in the game for me. You have to have perfect movement from the start of this level all the way to when he gets to the 2 cycle, including all the swimming, the tech skips, everything. So we'll see if King gets down here and he gets to see Gloop shoot a bubble, then he's on track, but he's still got a long way to go. Looks like he's gonna make the bubble, no problem. Good. Even just getting that bubble to appear is incredibly difficult, and since King missed that note, it's all over.
He's still in good shape, but he'll lose just a cycle, probably.
It depends how he handles it. If he doesn't get this bubble here, I fear that he's going to miss a lot more, because from what I noticed doing this thing, if you have bad movement in the swimming, then you're going to miss the next bubble, and King's going to have to get a backup bubble or 2, which would it's just going to lose him a ton of time. It's really unforgiving to miss. That's one of the things that makes this a really hard strat to go for, is now that King's failed it, it kind of is very hard to make some kind of backup out of it. Gloop doesn't really cooperate too well.
Well, he's in a good position. He has a lot of time to do what he needs to do. But Esper's not...
What's he doing?
Too far behind.
He's going to drown.
Yeah.
King is going to drown.
I don't think he knows.
He's probably going to surface and go back down. He knows, yeah. He's going to go up to the top. Instead of going to get the Jinjo, which is what you're supposed to do here, he's going to get air and then go back down. Probably not the best way to handle that situation. I would have gotten another bubble.
I think he
blue.
missed a bubble and he didn't feel like going for it, I suppose.
Yeah.
He
Esper
has
doesn't
the
go for that
time to
strat, so
save.
that's going to be a big catch up for Esper, to be honest. If Esper just does this part like he would typically do it, the intermediate strat here, will save him time over what King just did. Because King just missed several 2 cycles.
And there it goes. Well,
Oof, Esper's getting pushed around by that key.
there's not terribly a lot of things going on in this level other than swimming, so it can be kind of a bit of a dry one, I suppose.
Yeah, well, the runners will tell you that this is by far the worst level in the speed run. It's just incredibly difficult. Incredibly difficult. I don't know what Esper's doing here. He had enough air to do this. He's going back for more bubbles. He would have been fine, but he decided to play it safe, I guess. King gets a clean 21 rings, which is alright. The best you can get on those rings with the timer left is 22. $21 is just fine. How can it be dry if swimming in water which is wet? Good
I
point.
realized it as I said it.
This stream is brought to you by water, actually. I'm drinking water right now. I got a 23 today. Nice. Did he do the jump off the first ring? It is possible to get 23 on those rings, but do some risky business. Nice.
Okay,
King
so
got
the
bolt.
jump.
Yeah, bolt jump is another one of the hardest tricks in the game. 2 of the hardest tricks in the game are in this level. That's why this level is the worst. The very worst. Everyone hates it a lot. But yeah, so bolt jump is a very precise jump where you jump from the bolt of Clanker to that pole, and then it's so far out of range that most of the time you have to do a ground pound to get the height to grab onto the pole, which King managed to do.
He's
If
getting
King
a
has
lot of these
perfect
tricks,
movement here.
actually. He even got the backflip out of that honeycomb.
Well, that's required. If you don't get that backflip, you're in trouble. Because you have to continue along, going around the level, around the outside of the level, collecting all the collectibles you can, and then make it back onto Clanker's back in time to make it into a bolt cycle. It looks like King had clean movement, and he's going to make it if he makes this jump, which he did, and he's right in there. Perfect cycle for King on the bolt.
Oh, I missed what Esper got in the rings.
It was a 20.
Okay.
Still good. A 20 is typically the kind of thing you'll get if you screw up the backflip jump off of one of the rings. A little bit tough. I don't know if Vesper's going to go for bolt jump. He's been practicing it, but in a race scenario, will he do it? I know he's been saying, I might do it this run, and like giving it a shot most runs lately. So we'll see. Nope, he's not doing it. He decides he doesn't want to go for it, which is probably wise because it's super difficult trick. Super inconsistent, even for the top runners.
Casey managed to miss all the blades, which it seems like it might be a little bit difficult, but as long as you're on the right side of those blades, or on the right side of that slope, those blades can't hurt you, so you can just kind of maneuver in on each of those notes and pick them up.
Not a dodging god.
Yeah.
As it would seem.
We'll see how Esper does here.
Ooh, missed the backflip honeycomb. He's going to try lining it up and doing it again, and he got it second try. Whew, that was close, though. He almost fell in. Falling in there would mean that you wouldn't get to get all these notes in this Mumbo token, and it would lose you quite a bit of time. I'm wondering if Esper is still going to make the second cycle, though.
I don't know if he can. He's having a little bit of, yeah. It might work out for him. We'll see.
It's going to be close. But because he didn't go for bolt jump, he has a bit of a chance.
No.
Nah, it looks like he missed it, but hey, he's still in there. So King's about to come upon the last trial of Clankers, which is called the Snippets, the Mutant Snippets. So optimally, he's going to want to kill these Snippets as fast as he can and then put himself exactly where the Jiggy spawns before it spawns so that he can collect it during the cutscene. By pooping 2 eggs on that crab, pooping 2 eggs on that crab, looks like he's going to make it right there. Yep. Nice Snippets by Casey. I was worried that he was going to miss that last one. That was...
It did look like the eggs were going a little bit to the right, didn't it?
Yeah, I think you got a little lucky there.
They have some pretty big hitboxes, so...
Yeah, luckily. Luckily in this game, the enemies have massive hitboxes, and the obstacles have massive hitboxes, and all of the collectibles have teeny tiny microscopic hitboxes and are impossible to get.
Yeah, we saw a good bit of that in Mumbo's when Esper missed a few of those notes.
It's true, Bat. Movement is the biggest factor in this speedrun. Executing of glitches and tricks and stuff is not something common of Banjo-Kazooie. It's all about just being fast at doing the intended stuff. Most of the time.
Especially with all the cycles that they have to make.
Yeah. So movement is the biggest thing that's going to differentiate people here. So yeah, it looks like King's probably gotten a couple of minutes on Esper at this point. Or a minute and a half or so.
Looks like he's going to get the honeycomb right before drowning, which... It doesn't seem like too many people have trouble with this, but I have seen some runs failed to it before.
Yep. A good friend of ours, his name I will not say, but he's a good tasser friend of ours, died without missing that.
Oh no.
Without getting that honeycomb in a recent PB of his.
Oh no.
But yeah, that's the death warp for Clanker's Cavern. You just go underwater, collect all the rest of the collectibles that are underwater, and then right when you collect the honeycomb, times perfectly so that you drown. And you get taken back to the exit. King's on a decent pace. I mean, it was anything sub 27 Clankers is pretty good. Pretty, you'd say that would be like a top Clankers time, and I think that was like a 26:45. So, I'd be happy with this on a PB attempt. So King is definitely... He's probably not necessarily happy with it, but because it's King, and he's obsessed with getting perfect times.
Looks like Esper will get it, but he had no. Oh no, just short.
It's a little too slow. Yeah, it's a little too
slow.
slow.
They were kind of bullying him a bit into the wall, so.
He got hit too. But he got close to the Jiggy, which is still good. But yeah, King is having a really nice early game. There was some mistakes in Mumbo's Mountain. He obviously had a really rough start to Clankers, which lost him a lot of time. But other than that, he's having a pretty decent start. For a race, it's good.
Well, looks like Esper will finish up pretty well here. Now we'll see King running into Bubble Gloop.
Bubble Gloop's an interesting level in terms of health management. Most levels we just try to get really low on health so that we can execute a death warp at the end somehow. But this level, you do get extremely low on health, but it's just because you don't want to wear the wading boots, which allows you to walk through the water without taking damage from the piranha fish. It's slower to wear them than to just jump through and take the damage. So he's going to get down to extremely low HP and then back up to almost full HP. And then for the death warp at the end, he's going to lose health again all the way down to just 1 HP. So health management is key in this level. You do not want to take an unintentional hit anywhere.
This is definitely another level that a lot of runners really hate too, with Vile. So hopefully everybody can pull it off.
Loves Vile. What are you talking about?
I don't know about that. Oh, Casey's ahead of his PB at the moment.
Interesting.
He must have not had
not a terrible start, like I said.
Yeah.
26:45-ish Clankers. I don't know what it's. I'm gonna go find it out. Because yeah, he's doing well.
We're gonna see how Casey does on this. Ooh. Oh wait, he just took some damage on that leaf. he fell in the water a little bit. That's not good.
Uh-oh. I didn't
He's
see
probably
that.
gonna have to take the leaf back. Normally they can grab these notes and then jump through the water all the way back to the log, but because he took damage, he's going to have to take the leaf.
Yeah.
And lose a little bit of time here.
He's going to yeah, it's really unfortunate because normally you can make it out of the swamp, but you would have 1 HP. Oh, and he's just gonna have to. Ooh, what's he doing? Ooh!
He went for the pull.
That I didn't even know was possible because usually I just give up if that happens and reset.
Well, luckily, doing that, his health is still right where he wants it to be, but only lost a little bit of time there.
Yeah.
Got a good egg,
time on.
which can kind of have some wonky hitboxes for some runners, but
Apparently King had an awful start in his PB. He's actually ahead by quite a bit right now.
Really?
Yeah, he's got like a 26-37, which is decent for sure.
Nice.
Accurate split.
This part right here can be a little bit nerve-wracking for some
you gotta
runners.
be careful, obviously, if you fall
Yeah.
here, it's death no matter what, unless you manage to not take fall damage or land in the swamp.
He pulled it off.
Yep, even fall. Nerves are not getting to King today.
Right here, we're going to see him use some gold feathers to take out all these frogs, and then he's going to be standing right where the Jiggy spawns to save a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to wait for the cutscene of this. Oh, yeah, there we go. He doesn't have to wait for the cutscene of the Jiggy spawning to get it.
Yep.
It's like just a second, maybe.
Yeah, this name is banned. It looked kind of like that, but he actually had to surface preemptively. Ooh, this is risky. Ah, yikes. He had a poor hut jump there.
Yeah.
Each one of these huts has a shock spring pad in it, which is the intended way up these mounds. But the runners get into Talon Trot and do precise jumps and rat-a-tat raps to get up these huts. And he's risking it for the biscuit here, going for them again with 1 HP.
This last hut jump where he got the spring pad, you can actually get up there without using the spring pad, but it's the hardest one to do, so most runners
I'm pretty sure it's
opt out of
actually
doing
pixel
it.
perfect.
Yeah. We're gonna see him using a little bit of a cutscene overlap here, getting the frog and the grunty switch.
And he got that quite cleanly, which is nice. It's always a pretty big tilter to miss that.
Yeah, he's gonna have to pick up a little bit more health here, but
I don't think he will. I think he will keep
Oh,
going.
yeah,
Oh, he's doing it. What a baby. Nah, I'm kidding. Fair enough. It's a race. Safe strats. But yeah, so once you kill all those flibbits, each one of them leaves a honeycomb on that island. And if the level's done perfectly, you collect all of those honeycombs and get back to 6 health, which is 1 below maximum health. So since he took 1 honeycomb of damage during the huts, he is going to have to collect another honeycomb elsewhere. He might choose to get it from a dragonfly enemy, or he might choose to get it from a honey hive, but we'll have to see what he does, because he has 1 too little health for the rest of the level.
you might also notice that while he's going up these, I don't even know what you call them, but these little poles on the ground.
Cat O' Tails? I don't know why that comes to mind.
Know. You'll see him ground pounding while he's going up them. It just kind of gets up, helps him get up a little faster.
Cat O' Tails is a torture weapon, so not that.
It almost looks like a brown Q-tip.
It does, but they're called something. Yeah, cat tails, not cat O' Tails. They also have another name I'm trying to think of, but that doesn't matter. So Esper's gonna give his best shot at the hut jumps here. We'll see if he can make up some time by not screwing this up. Got the first 2, which are the hardest.
We missed it a bit back there, but after Casey got the blue crocodile right next to the turtle house, or no, it was by Vile.
Tank Tup. Okay.
Yeah, no, it was by Vile, the crocodile by Vile. He got hit by one of the mosquitoes while he was in the cutscene, and after he does that, during the cutscene, he's actually able to control Banjo and Kazooie. It just saves a little bit of time here, but we're going to see that a lot later in Click Clock Woods, which saves a good amount of time there as well.
And in fact, we're seeing it right now. Him getting bonked by Tip Tup during the cutscene of the Simon Says allowed him to move during the Simon Says and started early. But yeah, he did take another damage, which means he's probably gonna have to hit up the honey hive on the way to Vile, because he's low. Unless he goes for the boots. I'd be interested to see how he handles this. There are some
probably
options.
get up to 3 health and go for the boots, if anything.
Yeah. He got the wrong turtle and he is dead.
No.
Esper is now in the lead.
At the very least, all he has to do is collect all the notes, but...
And the Jinjos.
Oh, true. Oh.
All the notes, all the Jinjos, and yeah, that is a rough one. He did not pay attention to the Simon Says. His memory is shot, probably too much water last night, and
He's a big water drinker, isn't he?
oh yeah, every time he commentates, he's glugging away here, usually with Haginator. Why didn't you use Notepad, says Flagramma. It was the second round, man. He thought he had it. It wasn't even the last round. But Esper is now coming up on Tank Top, and just like that, Esper has developed quite the lead.
He's definitely feeling a lot safer at this point.
Yeah. It depends if they're paying attention to where each other is at, but if Esper has heard the news, that King...
I'm sure they have people reporting on each other in their chat.
Yeah. No, it's a race though, because still, I still would believe, right now that King is favorited to win.
He has a lot of time to save over Esper in the coming.
But by a
areas,
slight margin, because of that
Yeah.
death, it's a much slighter margin that I would say King still has the edge.
It's still anybody's game. We can see a lot of crazy things happen for both of them.
So King is being wise about this, not going all the way back up to the top of the huts because he does not need the Jiggy. He just needed the notes from that hut with the witch switch in it.
Which switch?
The witch switch, yeah. There's a witch switch.
No, I was making a joke.
Oh! Alright.
Well, it looks like Esper's gonna be getting through all these turtles just fine, but he's not.
Yep.
He isn't. He doesn't have the greatest lead, but he's definitely
It's
feeling pretty good right now.
sizable. Definitely King lost many minutes. It's just that it just depends on how fast King is able to get back to where he left off. Back at the turtles, so he's right on Esper's heel.
How are my jokes cringy, Dorth? Please.
Troll face. Oh boy, this is close, man. King has to do the turtles minigame again, so it's not as close as it looks. Esper is leaving the turtles.
Yeah.
But King has to start over from the top. The choir has to start over from the top as well.
How long does it roughly take to do the turtles?
I don't know. You think I know things about this game?
I think you do.
I don't even know this game at all.
You're letting me down, Dick.
Probably takes like a minute or two, minute and a half, minute 20, I don't know. Either way, Esper is in the swamp. There are two quite fast ways to do this. You can go in with 6 health or you can go in with 3 health. Depending on what you do, you either have to get only the first pair of boots or you also have to get the second pair of boots. Looks like Esper's gone in with 6 health because he skipped the boots.
You know what they say, Dan? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. It's my motto.
It is?
He noticed that my name backwards is Vegas.
Oh, what?
I never even knew that, to tell you the truth.
Really? You didn't even know that?
No, I didn't. Thanks for letting me know.
Vegas. Ew, your joke was gross then.
What?
I can only think of that joke one way. What
Look,
happened
I didn't.
in Vegas?
Hey, come on.
Come
I
on.
did not. Oh, dude,
How did you
please.
mean it then?
I was just saying, like, that's what you think of when you think of Vegas.
Okay. Okay. Anyways, we got Esper coming up on the best part of the game here. Vile.
Are you gonna sing for us, Dick?
Should I? Should I really?
Maybe.
I don't know if I can sync up with the volume. Well, let's see here.
Why don't
Let's
you ask
open up.
chat? What do you think, chat?
Should I sing the Vile song? We gotta get our cringe, like, cringe radar out. Cringe-o-meter. Okay, no, it's not gonna work. It doesn't work. I'm not singing. I refuse. But hey. Sing or Kappa Pride. I'm not Kappa Pride. But...
Cringe level 1000. Oh, that might
alright,
be...
fine. I'll sing. Screw it. Let's go. I'm just gonna guess.
Everybody open up your Mr. Vile song.
Here we go, we're racing Mr. Vile. Greedy crocodile doesn't make me smile. On round, what we're good. I don't know what. I can't even hear the music. I'm guessing.
You can only sing it as long as you're hearing it.
Yeah, well, like, I don't know where. I can't hear the music. Oh, it was perfectly synced? Oh, goddamn, I should have kept going then.
You were synced. Oh, man. Alright, well, we'll see how Esper does here.
Yumblies in my tumblies, hey, let's go. Greedy crocodile, Mr. Flippin' Vile, doesn't make me smile. Here we go, we're gonna eat up all the yumblies, yumblies in my tumblies. Do-da-da-do-da-da-do-da-da-dee-da-day. That's right, it's Vile, the crocodile. He's a greedy croc. I don't know how to sing this, like, family friendly.
You did your best. I think you pulled it off.
That's the end of the Vile song. Not quite right now. Ah, I should have kept going with it. Alright, I'll sing it during King. Oh no, wait, are we listening to Esper's audio?
I think
Probably.
Polly's in the lead, probably.
Family friendly, Winky D. Colon capital D. Oh, semicolon capital D, sorry. One sec, I'll be right back.
Alright.
I'm taking off my clothes,
Oh, dear.
just so you know. Everyone.
Alright, well, I mean, we can still see Esper messing up here a little bit and maybe losing Vile, which would lose him a lot of time, but that would
Worried
be the
about family
best thing
friendly,
for Casey right now.
Dick and Sage,
You can
family
say
friendly, right?
friendly? We
Yeah,
are family
try.
friendly. Aren't we, Dick?
Do our best. I've never thought you to be not family friendly, other than that joke you just told like a minute ago about
The
Vegas.
Vegas thing was not about... Oh...
All right.
Never mind. I'm just gonna put my foot in my mouth.
Okay, so Vile was actually a scary part of the speedrun before Furnace Fun Moves was discovered, where you could lose to Vile. Racist neck and neck PogChamp. It's close. I think Esper's probably got like a 30-second lead. Esper has exactly a not quite 30-second lead. It is really close. Oh wait, never mind. Esper's on round 3. He has like a minute and 20-second lead. What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh yeah, Vile used to be a scary part of the speedrun where you could actually lose your run because Vile could win. Before we got speed shoes, using Furnace Fun Moves, we were able to do the Vile minigame with the speed shoes ahead of time. And ever since then, it's been easy peasy. And
I know
we make
some
Vile
runners
cry.
have managed to figure out ways to fail this by just sitting still and forgetting that the race or that it's going on. It could happen.
Alright. Esper's finished Vile, no issues. He's got his 1 HP. Does King have more than 1 HP, or does the health just go
He
away
has
during
1
the
HP.
minigame?
He has 1.
Okay. I didn't
Dang.
never notice that the health was gone during the minigame.
He might. No,
What is
he,
he doing?
he went down.
What is
He
this?
went down to 1 for sure.
What is this?
He was zoomed in on his boots.
That
When you
was
zoom in on
really
the
weird.
shoes as the crocodile, it
Nice
shows the
meme.
little glow.
Lag reduction strats like those I've never seen. Alright, so, yep. Esper getting all the last few things. Got the last Jinjo. We got the Jiggy as the croc, which skips the dance. Got the last few notes, and boom, dead. You die to the dragonfly, it takes you right back to the exit of the level. With a 44.59 bubble gloop. Sub 45. Not too shabby, Esper. Esper's definitely on PB pace right now. King, not so much.
Well, King's gonna finish up here. He's gonna have a lot of catching up to do. 9
Jiggies. Oh yeah, Jinjo Jiggy. Alright, so Esper is going to sequence break a little bit here, get this lair Jiggy in an unintended way. Oh, he screwed it up. Gotta try again. Using the shock pad, he can actually jump onto Grunty's hand here, and then he can... Wait, what am I supposed to be looking at? Okay, yeah. And then he can jump into the top of Grunty, where the hat disappeared, to get this Jiggy. Where's that funny Mr. Vile song? It's somewhere.
They want more deck.
I can't do it. It doesn't make sense. What is it? Oh, King is missing notes, but aren't they just the 5 notes over by the dragonfly? What's he doing? King, what you doing, King? King is having
I don't know.
King is having what I'd like to call a complete and utter meltdown. I don't know what he's doing. He's just running around the level, just for fun.
Did he miss notes in the going up to Mumbo?
I have no clue.
Health.
Health. Okay. Did he lose to Vile? Did we miss that?
No, he won to Vile.
No, he got the Jiggy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is he getting health? This memer. There's something I'm missing here. Is
Why
he
would
missing
he need
a Jinjo?
health?
Okay. He just went and got health and a 1-up. I think he's trolling. I think what he's doing right now is he's trolling. And now he's not gonna die to the... Okay, he's clearly missing a Jiggy. No, he's not. Wait, he's missing a Jinjo? Oh, he's missing the blue Jinjo. Oh, that is brutal.
I don't understand why he...
Okay, so what he should have done if he missed the blue Jinjo was get the 5 notes and then go turn back into Banjo and Kazooie, because you cannot get the blue Jinjo with the crocodile. But so he went all the way over here to get health from the honey hive. Was he scared he was gonna die to the dragonfly or something?
Now he's in the chat.
Okay, I'm gonna say at this point that Esper is a bit of a favorite to win this race. At this point, for sure. And Esper, let's just ignore King right now, because it's too distracting. Esper's coming up on Gobi's Valley here. Well, he's in Gobi's Valley. You start off by getting one of these hoops here with speed shoes. These hoops, you're supposed to fly through all of them, and Esper has got an insanely good RNG, and that is swaggering. We like to call it swaggering because he's going to do a swag. He didn't even do it! Esper doesn't do swaggering? That's disappointing. I was really excited for some swag.
We're going to at least see him get that first ring a few times. Whenever you go into an area and come out, that same ring will be back up. So luckily, the runners can just jump up there with Kazooie and get it as long as it's coming up. Or just spawning, rather.
Yeah. So Esper's just doing Gobi clip here. Camera angle is a little off. I don't think this is going to work. I think he might have to change something up here. Flatten it out a bit. There we go. He has adjusted his camera.
But that
He's pushed out to the side. Come on, Esper. Oh, he gets it. That is clutch. Now I think he's going to opt to use
is he lost?
Go! Into the thing! Okay.
Oh, that was close.
What is going on? Okay, so King is now death warping. Doing a little dance for us. But yeah, Esper has successfully gotten Gobi clip. It was pretty close. Pretty tough trick. Pretty BS trick. Like sometimes it just doesn't feel like working. But he managed. So that's good. But I wish he did swaggering. I really wish he did.
We might see.
Disappointed in Esper. I'm going to tell him later. Ooh. Esper
he's really. He's really messing with us right now, I feel.
Yeah. Esper is probably going to opt to kill this mummified hand here. Yep. Instantly. Not even going to think about it. Just going to go right in and get that HP. Dying after all this would be unfortunate, and it would definitely get King right back in this race.
If you're going for like the most updated route for this level, they're normally going to want a lot of health here, because later on in the level they're going to be walking in the sand to collect the last bit of notes. So he's probably going to want to be filling up here in the future.
So yeah, we just witnessed a little bit of the camera manipulation to have that ring spawn from the ground, but make it so that Esper could jump onto it before it got too high. So by using camera manipulation on that specific ring over and over and over again, we do end up going through 5 rings, which the intended strat would be to get on the flight pad and fly through them.
Yeah, luckily enough, as long as you stay in the level, the number of rings that you've gotten, they don't reset. So
unless you die.
Sure.
But yeah, Esper is going to be what you want at the end of this level is ideally you want 4 health. 3 works, but yeah, to do the death warp at the end of this level, you jump through some of the hot sand, and then if you have 3 health, you have to use a tiny bit of gold feathers. Esper is going to have 3 health after he does this next minigame because you kill the mummy in here and he'll give him another health. So he should be good, but it's Gobies and you can definitely take damage in a lot of different places. King's open up Gobi's Valley. He's heading on over there right now.
We're gonna have to see something major
I'm really impressed.
happen on Esper's side for this to catch up for Casey.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Esper's memory match skills. I don't think he's missed a single one. Like, that's pretty... Wow. He just got a perfect memory match segment. He just did it perfectly.
He's so lucky.
Yeah. That was all luck.
I've never seen anybody get that on first try.
Alright, King. If King gets swaggering, I want to see swaggering, man. Come on. Oh, now he can't even do it. He failed to jump to the ring. He doesn't get swaggering anyways.
He's probably feeling a little bit tilted right now.
Could imagine. Esper wasn't lucky. He practiced. He practiced his mind, his freaking mind reading. The cursed commentator. Cursed? What's up, Roach?
Alright, we'll see how Casey does here on Gobi Clip.
Yep. And while Casey's doing Gobi Clip, Esper's actually doing a bit of a tricky... Oh, he's going to try to beat bomb into Grabba's Jiggy. And he gets it.
Oh no.
And King is struggling with Gobi Clip. He got it. Okay, good. He got it.
Gotta survive.
Both runners get Gobi Clip, which is nice. Esper, what are you doing? Okay.
Oh,
Esper,
no.
what are you doing? Esper, no! He's too young. I don't know what he's doing. Esper, what are you doing? He really doesn't want to be
really missing that target.
This is terrifying. Oh no!
It happened!
Oh
no!
The commentator, but that.
Oh.
Oh my goodness gracious! Wow, he beak bombed head first, full speed into his death, into the sand.
He has gotten a lot of this done so far, at least. So I think he's still ahead. I think he's still ahead, but barely. He can do. He can do. You think? He only has to get notes now. King has to do a lot of.
Yeah, he's behind now. It's close though. The thing about dying in Gobies is you have to revisit all the pyramids you've been to get notes from them. So he still has to open all the periods, and that's pretty frustrating. Oh my! Esper was scared that he was.
What he needed.
Esper was scared that he was gonna beak bomb, not the target, and take damage. So, whoa, we got the first try Gobi clip like a god. That was really sick. That was a quick clip. Oh man, this is a funny race.
We've already seen 2 deaths.
2 deaths and King floundering at the end of Bubble Glue.
Oh no, he's going up the carpet. He didn't need to do that.
Oh, he didn't need to do that. That's true.
Yeah.
Coming back from
Muscle memory.
death is part of the skill that comes to Banjo-Kazooie racing. But yeah, with the deaths, as both runners are probably filled with lots of frustration, it's going to be a race. It's going to be a test to see who can handle the tilt harder. Who can handle the tilt better at this point.
Casey's doing pretty well at this point. Looks like he's finally come back into his groove, so...
You would think that Casey would be able to get some kind of a second wind from that.
Yeah.
There is no head
He seems to also have a pretty good memory. Did you see he got that first try too?
Damn. These runners. Yeah, Esper he beak bombed and missed twice and took 2 damage, and then basically what happened, yeah, I'm just trying to explain what happened, is if he beak bombs something other than the target, you take damage and bounce off of it. So he was trying to really carefully line up that beak bomb, and despite his efforts, still missed and died. It was pretty heartbreaking.
He was being really careful on that last one too, but it just kind of glanced off and took him right down into the sand.
So Esper doesn't have to do the memory match again. He can just get the notes. But and King's coming up here trying to beak bomb into Grabba. We'll see if he does this. Ooh, he's a little low. He still got it. Nice. It's a weird trick, that Grabba. It either seems like it's very lenient or very precise.
He got the beak bomb.
Yep.
We're not going to be seeing a repeat here.
Yep, officially past the furthest point in the run right now is King entering Ruby's pyramid here. Ruby is a snake charmer. Gotta give him 5 eggs and he'll play a song for you. Oof. Normally you want to just stand on top of the basket lid that's on the snake's head and do a backflip off of it, but King clipped through and had to climb the snake's neck.
I don't think it's necessarily against the rules, Tetsu, but...
Definitely not for this race, but that's
Yeah.
interesting that in the link to the past randomizer, you're not allowed to look at the other person's run.
Yeah, it would make sense in that one because then you get a lot of information that you probably shouldn't have access to. But, I mean, regardless, you're going to be having people from each chat updating them on everything that's going on, and there's not really much they can do about that.
Jeez. Esper is just having major struggles with this Gobi's Valley. He's opting to get the speed shoes right now. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing something.
Ooh.
Interesting. Oh, he's out of red feathers. This is just...
Yeah, he wasted them all.
That's true. I didn't realize that was part of what was going down. He wasted them all, and now he's floundering around the level to try to refill his red feather count. And
that is a hard one.
Try to 100% it.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard one for him to come back from. But I guess Casey was in the same situation, so I mean, it looks like deaths are what's going to have to keep these two together.
Yeah.
He missed the switch a couple times there.
Yeah,
normally they want to be hitting that switch and then they can get a little bit of a jumping start up the ramp.
That switch be a bitch.
Hmm.
They're tied in location, but Esper has a lot left to do in the level. Esper's just doing things out of order to get as many red feathers as he can, and then he'll probably do all the flying stuff at the end.
Right.
Which is, that is just a hard hit. And King is going to develop quite the lead from that. But it's pretty interesting that they're both doing the same thing right now, which is emptying the Speed Shoes Pyramid, filling the water into the moat.
Oh, he's getting a little bit blocked there by that mummy.
Did he take damage?
He didn't,
Oh.
but he's
Okay.
kind of losing a little bit of time as they're swarming him.
Jeez. That's interesting.
Had to waste a couple gold feathers for it, but
Yeah, he opted to use gold feathers to kill mummies there to refill his honeycombs, but most runners, I don't know what, it's hard to say which is faster, but most runners would just use the honey hive next to Gobi at the end of the level before doing the death fort. Oh, looks like King just got a follower, and we're gonna smack that. Yo, thanks for the follow, Suho89.
that was the last time we're going to be seeing him getting that ring.
Yeah, and definitely the last time we're gonna be seeing him get a new follower, right, guys? Yeah, Esper's gotten all the rings now. King just successfully executed the maze skip quite well. He got a 54 left on the timer, which means it was perfect. Which is nice for King. Just extending his lead here.
Well, I guess we'll finally seeing
Ooh.
Esper enter Ruby.
Yep, Esper is in Ruby's pyramid now. He's faced his foe, the target, to open this pyramid. He's conquered it, and he's in there. He's got the Jiggy. King accidentally took some fall damage off the top of the pyramid, so he's down to 3 HP, which means that he's gonna have to do the 3 HP Gobi's ending, which involves gold feathers, which is a little bit slower. So him using gold feathers to kill those 2 mummies doesn't seem like it panned out very well for him.
Right, he's going to need gold feathers later on, right?
Yeah, because he took the fall damage. If he just decided to go get the honey hive over to the left here, which is to the left of Gobi's, it's off screen, but that's where I usually refill my health if I'm low.
Yeah,
and you
I mean,
can't really take damage there.
Most of the gold feather, or he's going to have to use a good amount of gold feathers in Click Clock Woods as well, right? So.
Yeah, but even if you get down to 0 gold feathers at the end of Mad Monster Mansion, you'll be fine for refilling them throughout the rest of the game.
Oh, sure.
Most of the
Having
time.
a little trouble here jumping off the tree to get this last Jiggy.
Idonaru, thanks for the follow.
Or second to last Jiggy.
Whoa, what? King just did a frame perfect talent trot sliding jump off of the tree. That was really hilarious. And now he's just
having a little bit of trouble with his speed shoes movement.
Yeah. It's okay. I think he's given up.
He
oh
missed,
my god.
I think he got on the flight pad because the shoes ran out, so he's picking it up at the flight instead of trying to pick it up with the shoes.
He's being a memer. There's no way it's faster to do that than to just fucking, just.
Well, I think his shoes ran out.
I know, but you can
Oh,
still
you mean
pick up the
to,
Jiggy and do the
right,
dance
right.
rather than take the flight pad, fly around in circles trying to get the Jiggy for like 10 seconds.
I think he's just a little nervous.
Yeah. Fine, banned. Alright, I'm out of here. Alright, well, here we go. Let's see if King dies with 99 notes. That would be entertaining. Nope, he's gonna use the gold feathers, grab the last 3 notes, and he's done. Okay, we can all breathe a sigh of relief that someone has left Gobi's Valley.
Yeah,
and Esper's almost at the end too. It's surprisingly close. Esper just has to go around here, well, unless Esper still has stuff he hasn't done.
Yeah, he's missing a lot of notes here.
Well, I think he'll have 81, but which is the correct number.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. You get the Jiggy from the Ginger. Yeah, so Esper's on track now. Esper's back on normal track. He's going to be doing the route as intended at this point. Esper has over 2 HP, which means he's not going to have to refill his health here. He's just going to go straight to Gobi, and he's going to do the ending sequence just like King just completed. And I'd say King probably has like a 2-minute lead or so. Maybe 3.
Sorry, Josh, I don't have 500 bits to...
No, family friendly isn't required. I mean, it's just that there's a lot of viewers, and I like to respect that as much as I can most of the time. If it's not my stream, I mean, I swear like a freaking sailor on my stream with 300 viewers, I won't care. I will not care. Hide your kids.
Oh no. We're seeing about the same thing here. They were both having trouble with the speed shoes, just trying to get this Jiggy.
It is
There we
annoying.
go.
That is one of those
be.
things that I'm kind of proud of, is that I've spent a lot of time working on that section, and everyone's always like, wow, how do you do that so fast? I'm like, man, I actually practiced that for like 2 hours. It's like not something that anyone would think to
Right.
practice, but a lot of time is lost on those speed shoes movement from a lot of people in a lot of runs, even the top guy. King is going... King kind of screwed up what would have been a damage boost onto the second platform there. He didn't want to go for it after he activated the fish a little too early. You're watching this in church? Alright,
This isn't meant for church. I'm sorry, Twisted.
Oh, Esper, what are you gonna do? Looks like
He'll be
Esper's gonna
fine.
be...
He'll be
yeah,
able
he
to
doesn't
get
have to
him.
use cold feathers here. As long as he doesn't miss. Okay. And they're done. They're both finished Gobi's Valley. King doing a pretty dank quick dive. That's the really deep one. I like it. That one. Always looks awesome. After opening Mad Monster Mansion, this level is another one that easily could... If King has a bad death, it's Esper's in the lead again. That's just all there is to it.
Well, I mean, once you hit Gobies, that's when the run kind of goes into overdrive, really.
True. I mean, Clanker's Cavern has developed into the hardest level by far, but only because of recent, like, ridiculous tricks that people have decided that we're gonna do now. But like Gobi's, Mad Monster Mansion, and Freeze Easy Peak all together, the mid game is quite challenging to be quick and to be speedy on.
Well, and Rusty Bucket, which is a lot of people's least favorite level.
A lot of idiots' least favorite level.
It's my favorite level, but
Good. It's my favorite level too.
Is it?
Yeah.
I can imagine it would not be fun to run, but it's definitely the best level by far.
Yeah. Well, for me personally, I think it's the best level casually. I like the challenge that comes up in Rusty Bucket Bay. I like the music a lot. It's my favorite song in both Banjo games.
I would agree.
And I personally think it's the funnest level to speedrun. It's challenging, but it's also, when you nail it, it's like, it's just so satisfying.
Out of both Banjo games, I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Hellfire
Are you a Tui fan or something?
Hellfire Peaks.
Hellfire Peaks is up there, but not better than RBB for me.
All right, well, now we're going to be getting to look at Mad Monster Mansion here, which has a lot of...
All right,
really...
chat, let's interrupt Sage and see what's your favorite song in the Banjo
sorry.
series.
I wanted to talk about the run.
No, screw that. What's your favorite Banjo song? Fuck, screw the run at this point. They're both doing terribly, absolutely horribly, in my opinion. So
they still deserve a little bit of commentary, Dick.
True. Fine.
The
The Vile
Vile
song, Darude Sandstorm.
Oh no. Darude Vile song.
Click Clock Wood. Oh yeah.
All right, Dick. They, you know what they want. Can you do the Darude Sandstorm for them?
What?
Can you do the Darude Sandstorm for them?
You want me to do the Darude Sandstorm for them?
That's
like I'm
what they're
supposed to know
asking
what that
for.
means.
That's what they're asking for.
I'm doing it. You can't see me, but I'm doing the Darude Sandstorm.
King looks like he's having a pretty decent Mad Monster Mansion so far, at least.
Yeah, the beginning of Mad Monster Mansion, there's a lot of tight movement with
really.
the rooftop, and it looks like he's been decently clean movement on the rooftop for sure. No minor movement mistakes or major movement mistakes, just like pretty tight movement. You're welcome, Dan Latte. Alright, King is definitely going to go for a trick here called Napper Skip. It's a very, very difficult trick, and he screwed it up. But basically what you would do is you would stand on the very, very edge of that flight pad, and then you actually take flight into the Jiggy, and it skips the Jiggy dance. It's pretty pixel perfect. There's probably only a couple of pixels where you can do it, but there is a decent setup for it.
I find it rare to actually see anybody pull that off, but
Dan
it might not be.
It is kind of rare. I mean, I don't know. I've developed a pretty good setup for it. I have a pretty 50-50 on it, but like probably not many people other than me get that one. King knows my setup though, so he'll.
Ooh, he's kind of getting a little bit blocked by a ghost there. It's not having fun with that.
No, and King's also about to get to a kind of a tricky tilting jump where you jump off of this honey hive onto the maze and over the hedge. Oh, he got it. Nice. First try. And you roll down
how he does
here.
with pots.
Whew, not bad. That's perfect. That was really, really clean. These pots are going really, really well so far. And, yeah. There's definitely the pots are probably the trickiest. He didn't exactly mess up a single one, but he's didn't do optimal strats there either. But it was clean for what he wanted to do. Which will be that's like definitely a really, really, really hard part of the run is getting nice quick pots.
Yeah.
And Tumbler, yeah, this level just, it's really fast. Ooh, he took damage right at the beginning of Tumbler, which is going to throw him off. Is he still going to go for the, he still goes for the fast strat, leaving him with 2 HP here. If he goes for the full fast, he's going to get hit. Oh, what is he doing?
He is playing really dangerous here, especially with his lead. He doesn't really need to be doing that.
No, and
I think he's worried more about PB than winning the race.
Which is fine, but
sure.
It'll also,
well, he's not. He
He's
can't.
not
PB,
worried about PB. He died like 100 times. He is down to 1 HP in Mad Monster Mansion at Tumbler. This is a very, very high death situation unless he plays very safe and goes and like out of his way to get some health. There is high possibility of King dying here, in my opinion.
He honestly needs to. I mean, you don't screw up a lead like this.
He's gonna jump right into a skeleton right here. Nope. Oh God, what's he doing?
I think he's going for the honey. No.
No, he's
There's a honeycomb hive right in here, isn't there?
Yeah, King ain't no bitch. King right now is gonna just go balls to the wall, and he is gonna die.
I am gonna disagree with this.
He's gonna die. He's gonna jump into the tentacle too. Watch, he's gonna jump right into the tentacle.
He didn't.
Oh, he went off to the side.
He'll have to get a different limbo token.
He would have died if he jumped into the tentacle. But because he didn't jump into the tentacle, there's actually a mumbo token in that tentacle,
right.
And he skipped it. Esper struggling with the pots right now. Pot's definitely one of the definitely I would say the hardest part of Mad Monster Mansion is the pot.
Yeah, you almost have to get your egg perfect sometimes. It usually bounces right out or right off the edge.
It's just. I'm getting angry watching Esper do the pots, and I'm feeling Esper's anger because the pots are annoying.
I'm getting angry watching King.
Yeah, he's gonna get another HP right here,
sure.
But he's still gonna be in danger of dying, and he has 0 gold feathers.
Out of gold feathers.
He is out of gold feathers, ladies and gentlemen. If King does what King should do, in my opinion, in a race scenario, which he won't because he's King, and he's gonna go balls to the wall. He doesn't do safe strats. When King gets up to the rafters, he should go out of his way to get a gold feather and 2 health from the bats. I would do it, even in the tournament. I did, in fact, do it in my first run.
He has no reason not to with his lead.
True. Well, it's interesting. The way that these work, the way that these races work is that, at least in the group stages, they do add up all your average times. So he still has reason to try to get the best time he can.
Okay.
Even though he's way ahead of Esper, he might try to he wants his average to be better.
Right.
Because depending on your average is who you get put against in the next round of the tournament. He's flying too close to the sun.
Well, he's definitely showing off his memory skills here. I saw him the other day screw that up because he couldn't remember how the combination went, but okay, he's gonna grab the Jiggy. Some people do like to opt in to grabbing that Jiggy with flight here, but
yeah, I mean, most people would, but I don't think it really saves much time because you do have to fly all the way over there. Right? It might not save any time. It's one of those tricks, so
yeah.
Never really matters whether or not you get in flight or not. Esper fails the Jiggy Jig skip.
He's also gonna have to opt for another Mumbo token.
King did not. Oh, King did go get a gold feather, but he did not get health.
Oh no, he didn't get health. You're right.
So what is he gonna roll here? Okay, this is make or break, and he's fine. He's fine, unless he dies to this ghost.
He has a gold feather. So.
What's he gonna do? All right, he's safe. He has 2 HP, which is at this point he's not in trouble of dying, because at this point you want 2 health for the death warp. This is optimal and not risky anymore. But up until he got that health from the ghost, he was risking it big time.
Hey, let's try and not get into any arguments in the chat, guys.
Ooh.
Casey missing the jiggy.
That jiggy's weird. I hate that. That happens sometimes where you ground pound, you don't quite get enough height to touch the jiggy.
Yeah.
So now King KC is going to turn into my favorite transformation, the orange, and
the pumpkin.
Basically, with the orange, you can get into smaller spaces, and also you'll be at the bottom of the water. You sink down to the bottom of water bodies because you're an orange, and oranges don't float. So.
But he's a pumpkin. Dick.
So now with the orange, he's gonna go grab that Potch Jiggy that spawned, because if you're an orange, you don't do the dance. So he left that Jiggy there intentionally so that he could grab it.
Is this a meme I'm missing out on, Dick?
What do you mean? He's not a pumpkin. Everybody thinks it's a pumpkin, but it's way too small to be a pumpkin.
Oh, but he has the pumpkin stem.
Oranges have stems sometimes, certain types.
He also has the pumpkin ridges, Dick.
I don't see no ridges.
Oh, they're there.
Oranges have ridges too. Don't you know they're split up into little slices?
Oh. Alright, fine. We'll call him an orange.
Okay, so the orange is now going down the toilet. And, a pumpkin... Have you ever tried flushing a pumpkin down a toilet? You can flush an orange down a toilet. I've done it. I do it every day.
Depends on the toilet.
Depends on the pumpkin.
You're right.
Oh, come on. Everybody in the chat's against me.
Yeah, I think everybody's against you in general because he's a pumpkin.
Well, I'm never gonna call it a pumpkin. It's like a jack-o'-lantern orange.
Jack-o'-lantern orange.
Yeah.
You're gonna start a new tradition on Halloween?
Yep. I will. Get ready. This Halloween coming up, I'll tweet it.
Alright.
I was going to donate, but since Dick called it an orange, I will not. Get out of here.
Donate because I called it a pumpkin and defended his honor?
So, King is now gonna go. What's he doing? He's gonna die! Oh my god! Okay, so King's going through the well, and he's got to get these last few notes without dying. That was insanely close.
He's still...
God. Oh, he's taking a little safe, walking around that tentacle against the last note. Okay, he's okay, but he...
I wonder if he's doing this on purpose to us.
He's out of there. Esper is now turning into the orange. About to do his last little bit of Mad Monster Mansion. It looks like he has more than 2 HP. If you have 2 HP or less on the, then it will show on the screen. It won't go away. So he's gonna have to take more damage as the pumpkin before he dies, which is like a little slow. I tend to like to have 2 health at this point, but 3, like sometimes you just end up with 3 health here. So we'll see. Well, thanks, Twisted Fate.
All right, we're gonna see King doing a reset here coming up on the Switch. It's the only reset that's really in the run.
I think he's just resetting because his run is garbage.
No.
Oh wait, what did he say? Oops to?
Yeah,
he reset early.
Dick, please.
I guarantee you, he just reset early, and that did not activate the water.
You can't do this to us.
Esper
Oh,
now is in the lead.
I hope he didn't do it.
Esper
too
had like
early.
100 HP, so he took damage from the chomp.
Yeah, so they have to reset there while that cutscene's going off at a particular, or after a certain amount of time, and then
Yeah.
it saves a little time.
Specifically, you have to reset once the game gives you back into control of Banjo and Kazooie. King just went into file 1. Did he? Oh no, he didn't. I'm tripping balls. Okay, so King is now. I don't know what he's gonna. This is. What is going on? Okay, I think that King reset early. I'm not sure.
We'll see. Let's keep our fingers crossed here.
Smack that out on the floor. Yo, Classified, thank you for the follow. For smacking that follow button. I'm just drinking water, dude.
He's a big water drinker, guys. Leave him alone. Asper's okay. Oh, he's fine.
Asper's
he had
fine. He
enough
has like
health.
100 health.
I didn't know if he was low on health either.
But hey, Asper is now out of Mad Monster Mansion, and as long as he doesn't reset early during the water cutscene, then he's probably gonna be. They're gonna be close, man. But if King screwed up raising the water and he reset early, then he has to not only, you know, what he has to do is he has to turn back into the orange, go back in there, turn back into Banjo and Kazooie, and then hit the switch again and then reset again. So it is a massive time loss. So even though it looks like King's got a sizable lead here, Esper's actually, I think, ahead.
It's a pumpkin.
As long as he doesn't reset early. Why don't you explain Twinklies?
Yeah, so as long as the Twinklies are off the screen here, none of the Munchers are going to actually destroy them. They have to. I can't explain it. You go ahead. I can at least get that
pretty much.
Yeah.
So like if you kill the first Muncher and then put everything off screen, then it's usually an escort mission where you have to kill Munchers and get the light bulbs into the tree. But they can just all walk over to the tree without getting eaten if you just have everything off screen. So really fast way to beat that minigame.
So you know to talk about the rest of it.
King doing a really neat, interesting egg shot strat there that was kind of recently discovered to hit the switch on the flower pot there.
That's one we definitely see a lot of runners screwing up.
Yeah, even though they shouldn't be. It's really easy.
Well, normally in the past, most people would jump over there and just shoot eggs right into the switch, but this
King is going for Yellow Star here. He's low. Oh, he still gets it. That was a very low YOLO star, and that's a lot of runners argue that that's one of the harder tricks in the game as well. So good for King for not screwing that one up. Oh, what's he doing here?
Doing fine on the buttons.
There's an ant on my microphone. Was that loud?
Oh no, it's fine.
Oh,
no.
And King screws up Pipe Jiggy. He has to do the old shock jump of shame here. You're supposed to fly right into the Pipe Jiggy and fly right into the Jiggy. It skips the dance. So not only did he have to do the dance, but he also had to jump up there.
Esper just now making it into Freeze Easy.
Yep. Both runners in Freeze Easy, but like we said, there's a chance that King is gonna have to do over a section of the game.
We're still operating under the assumption that he got it, but
I guess at this point, but I'm pretty confident he screwed it up.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just looked like he got the no signal before it went back to Banjo. We'll see. We'll see. He might have got lucky. That ant had a family. You're right. How could that be so cruel?
Does PETA really care about ants?
Maybe when they call the exterminator. So now kingkc is going to be beak bombing into some snowman hats. Those first two were really, really fast. That was good. But yeah, these beak bombs are a little bit harder than they look.
Yeah, it makes them look really easy, but...
That was actually very, very well done. Sir Slush. The enemy's called Sir Slush. They're all dead.
Now we're gonna see him beak bombing right into Mumbo's hut, which is also...
He's not gonna screw it up. He's gonna do it perfectly. Oh, what is he doing? He
kind
screwed
of
it up.
did it, but yeah, normally you can actually make it into that cutscene while still in flight, but what happened
We
to
saw
Esper?
2 beak bomb tumbles almost simultaneously as Esper beak bomb into the star and tumbled through the tree. I don't think Esper goes for YOLO star, but I think what Esper was going for there was to beak bomb through the star so that he could turn around and do the half YOLO. Yeah, Esper likes to beak bomb through the star, and then he could turn around, and what he would have done is he would have flown through the star and then ground pounded through it again. Oh, get through it!
Still get it?
Holy, the save. Esper saves that one. It would have been an absolute disaster if he screwed up. He has 5 red feathers. I don't think he can get these buttons. He cannot get these buttons. He has not enough feathers for this.
Yeah, so for that star, if anybody was wondering, I'm pretty sure how it works is the only way to actually do that trick, or at least so they thought, was flying through the hoop, basically. So the game thinks that you're still in flight when you grab the star that way. So it just puts you in flight after the cutscene is over, and then continue on.
Yeah. And as is Banjo tradition, kingkc, what? Oh, he forgot the Jiggy from Boggy, so he had to go. He went to go race Boggy, and since Boggy wasn't there, he had to go collect the Jiggy to make Boggy spawn here. So he lost a bunch of time there. But as is tradition in Banjo-Kazooie, please feel free to spam the chat with Wahay during this race as much as you want. But make sure you spell it with an A. W-A-H-A-Y. 1K.
Are we gonna disagree on everything tonight, Dick?
And I want to see lots of spam. Give these runners the support they deserve.
Give me E-Wahays, please.
No. Look, the emote is with an A, alright? The colorful rainbow emote is with an A.
I want to see E-Wahays in the chat.
Way! Oh man, switch audio quick. Way! Rare known for their Wahay exclamation. It's in many of their games. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Diddy Kong Racing, probably Donkey Kong 64 at some point.
There we go. There's one E-Wahay.
You want to know frickin' something garbage is that they actually spelled it with an E in ukulele.
They know how it's supposed to be spelled.
Definitely knocked off a couple points in my book.
Oh dear.
In this game, Bottles says it with an A.
Look, Bottles was never known for his spelling.
He is a mole.
He is a mole. They're blind.
Oh hey, 1K baby. Well hey, $1,000. Looks like Esper has refilled some of his red feathers. Must have gotten that button while we weren't looking, and now he's off doing his Sir Slush. Esper is going to have a lot of trouble being low on red feathers. It's been bad, but it's only going to get worse. When he gets to Click Clock Wood, it's going to be rough.
Yeah.
I can feel it. Rip.
I mean, at the very least, all he has to do is just go out of his way, but obviously that's slow.
I saw some Conways in the chat. Don't think I don't love you. Dicklets represent.
There we go. So he got the beak bomb into Mumbo's hut.
Yeah. Esper's the swag man today.
But he didn't go for swag ring.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Lose 10 swag points for that. No washing machine so far. Oh damn, Tetsu, that's a sick. That's a really good joke.
I've heard that joke before.
It's a good one.
I think Brad used it on me.
Man, when ukulele first came out, I was complaining about it in a Discord call with a bunch of other banjo lovers, and they were all like, "Your complaints are so nitpicky. Oh, you're so wrong." And then like now at this point,
I agree
everybody's
with
like
them.
complaining about it.
No, I agree with them. Sorry. I wasn't even there, but
Did you 100% ukulele?
no, I haven't played it.
What?
Yet.
And you agree with them that there's no problems with the game that you haven't played.
I'm just going with the meme that we have to disagree all night.
Oh, okay.
Except for Rusty Bucket Bay, because I mean that's objectively true.
Okay, yeah. Good meme. Nice meme. Good commentary meme.
I'm sorry.
Wahey, by the way. Esper is doing the walrus race now. Let's get some frickin' Waheys in the chat. You guys are slacking.
Casey going for the big bomb to boggies.
Yes, hopefully he lands on the igloo entrance, and nope, he's way
messed
too
it
far
up.
out.
I think he had, well, does he have enough health?
He has 4 health. He needs to get 1 more.
Yeah.
But it's not such a big deal. You just get it on the way to race
So-
boggy. Ideally,
so
you
he's-
beak bomb. Yeah, go on.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Ideally, you would beak bomb and then slide off of that top of the cliff there like he did, and then you would take full fall damage landing on the entrance to the igloo and flutter cancel out of the damage animation, which is very, very fast. But he was a little too far forward to hit the igloo entrance.
Yeah, so he's going to need enough health for the end here because he's going to be skipping using the walrus in the walrus's cave. Normally you'd use the walrus to go through the icy water because he's not hurt by it, but it's faster to go with Banjo, and he's going to need at least 3 health, I think.
You need 5.
5?
King has 3. He's gonna get 2 more here. And another boggy race, dude. Non-stop boggy races with the way these guys are layered right now. Let's go. More Waheys.
No, he missed the
Just-
shoes.
Which is kind of bad, actually. He might lose.
Yeah.
He probably will.
If Boggy gets at
He
least
did it.
2
Nice.
flags ahead, 2 flags?
Or it's just a
3
certain
flags.
distance. I don't think it has to do with flags, but if he gets too far ahead, they just
Yeah.
cancel the race. Wahey! Do that. What's that tiger's name from Diddy Kong Racing?
Oh. I can't remember.
Wahey! I always forget his name. But he does that. He does Wahey like all high
I
pitched.
about said Tigger.
Boggy's more of a Wahey! And that guy's like, Wahey! It's like a really high pitched one. I like that one.
He's more enthusiastic about his Wahey.
Yeah. Tiggy?
Tiggy?
No. Timber.
Timber. That's it. Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you, chat. Got my back.
Oh, he missed the jiggy. All right. Yeah. So this is the part I was talking about. So he's going to be swimming through the ice water.
Tinder.
Which normally you can't dive in the ice water, but as long as he jumps and gets Banjo to fall far enough, he can just swim right under this little hole to go to the final honeycomb upgrade in this level.
It's a version of a quick dive. It's when you take damage in Talon Trot to water that would damage you, you also plummet down to the bottom. And he's not actually underwater. As you can see, he doesn't have an air meter. It still assumes he's just swimming on the surface of the water. But he's taking damage from the cold water as he swims through here. And he's going to jump out of the water, get that empty honeycomb cell, and then instantly death warp here to the ice block.
He didn't pick up the ice key.
Right, it's not 100% now, so I guess Esper wins by disqualification.
Oh, he can still go back and get it. He still has time.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so since Esper's on his way to Rusty Bucket Bay, King is on his way to Rusty Bucket Bay, we will find out whether or not for sure he reset too early on the water switch. And he's also opting to poop 3 eggs into this net during this thing, which is a little bit risky, but not really if you know what you're doing. Pretty good. I wonder if King's gonna opt to beak bomb into the tunnel. I think he might. Beak bombing into the tunnel is a relatively new strat.
He usually goes for it.
Yeah, he's doing it. Will he do it right? It looks like that's gonna be good. Yeah, he got it. Nice. Risky King. Strat's paying off.
So we're going to see him doing a nice little thing here. If you get right up against a wall and beak bomb into it, your hitbox extends a little bit into the wall so he can actually pick up that Jiggy.
Yeesh. Yeesh indeed. Alright guys, ready your ways for the last boggy race of the race. I want to see the most possible spam that you can. Oh, it looks like the water level was raised. Lucky duck.
Use the Wahey with the E.
He even thought he reset early. He put oops in the chat. When you spam Wahey, spell it with an A. Doodle doodle doo 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 doo.
Not Wahey. Oh my gosh. Alright. I get it.
Alright, so Esper's finishing up the boggy race here. Wahey! And just gotta do the last little bit of the level here. It's still definitely anyone's race. I mean, King's ahead, but...
And it's Rusty Bucket Bay.
It's Rusty Bucket Bay. This is the engine room. Engine room wouldn't lose him enough time to catch up, but having a death near to the end of Rusty Bucket Bay is pretty bad and definitely possible. There's a lot of enemies that can get you, sneak up on you. King is definitely one of the top Rusty Bucket Bay guys, though. Interesting enough, he has a very solid Rusty Bucket Bay gold split, which means like his Rusty Bucket Bay is quite a bit faster than a lot of the other top runners, even though he's not, even though he only has a 210 PB, and he's not even, I think he's in like the top, he's either 9th place or 8th place.
He's at 10, exactly, I think.
10th place? He probably has one of the best Rusty Bucket Bays out of anyone in the top 10. So, it's going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah, he usually does a really fast engine room. Which this whole entire area is scary for any runner with these turning pipes here. They can easily throw you off balance and toss you into into fall damage and death, basically. Yeah.
So things about engine room to really note is that once you go in there, you have to collect an empty honeycomb cell and 8 notes and get to the switch as fast as you can because you want to make certain cycles. And then normally the intended way to get through this area is to hit a switch in a separate room, which would slow down the spinning propellers. But by using invulnerability frames, you can actually sneak through those propellers. King is going extremely YOLO here. He did not get double tapped on either propeller, so he did not get knocked down into the pit, which is really great. That was a very, very, very clean engine room, but he still has to clip through the wall here. This clip is as easy as it looks. You just run into this corner until you clip right through. So that engine room was spectacular.
Mm-hmm. I think we're seeing Esper going for the 3 eggs as well here. No, he didn't. Never mind.
No, he did that whole segment already. He's just got the speed choose again so he could get to Rusty Bucket Bay a little quicker.
Mm-hmm. Something to note here if you're not familiar with Banjo, while they're in the water in this level, their air is going to go away twice as fast. So they really need to be doing things under the water as fast as they can. And while they're even swimming in it, just at the top, their air will go down at what a normal rate would be in regular water underwater. So this whole entire level can be a little scary if you're not familiar with doing any of the water segments.
Yeah, I've even had a rare case where I've gone to the surface of the water, jumped out, and landed on land, but still drowned. I drowned on land. So, yeah, you lose air twice as fast under the Rusty Bucket Bay water, and when you're on the surface, you still can drown. So it's pretty sketchy. King
And we
doesn't
just saw,
No.
Dick was mentioning before back in Mumbo's Mountain, the slope glitch that they do by getting their shadow to touch ground. It makes it think that they're on flat ground. King can use that to basically get across those really steep slopes, which you normally can't walk across. Can we make everything we say rhyme? Can you, Dick? I don't think I can.
Esper has entered Rusty Bucket Bay. Will he get a gold split today? Starting off, getting into Talon Trot. Jumping to the notes, he has to collect a lot. Into the first room, Esper will go. Will his movement be good? Will it show that he has the skills to pay the bills? If he could breathe underwater if he would just grow some gills. Go, your turn. I'm done. I did plenty.
So Rusty Bucket Bay is awesome. That's it. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to rhyme. This is all you, Dick. Can we not get any more ha-has in the chat?
Alright, here. I'll save you with this clip of me dying on land, and I found it.
Thanks.
That's me dying in Rusty Bucket Bay on land after jumping out of water. But yeah, Esper's starting
Esper's engine room.
Yeah, so far so good. He chooses to wait that cycle out. Yeah, a little bit of slower engine room so far.
I wonder how he's gonna do the turbines here.
Subby mode is a 4-piece, haha. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Okay, through the first propeller, no problem. Didn't even get double tapped. I tend to get double tapped through that first propeller, so I always make sure to line up my camera really well there.
Oh no. Casey just got into the acid.
And it's another example of that quick dive where if you land on water that hurts you, it plummets you all the way down to the bottom, and he's taking 2 damage there. A little risky, but you know, King knows how to play this part safe. The next room that King enters on the ship is the kitchen, which is where he could opt to get he should actually get that Mumbo token because he missed one in Mad Monster Mansion. So we'll see what he does, but if he opts to get a Mumbo token in this next room here, he will take another hit of damage. He might opt to because he's pretty safe at... Also, that was a really good lifeboat jump. I thought I'd point that out. That's a really precise jump, and he nailed it pretty quickly. That's way faster than I can do that trick. But the room after this, immediately after the kitchen, you can refill your health, but it's still really risky to go in there at 1 HP. But he's going to do it. So we'll see if he gets super unlucky here with this enemy and dies, or he plays it safe, uses gold feathers. Okay, gold feathers it is. He even turned around to really make sure that other enemy died. Now he can pick up these 2 honeycombs and he'll be a little bit in a safer spot. And those gold feathers, because why not?
Yeah.
Oh wow, Esper even does that? I don't know how to do that trick. Where you do the freaking slope glitch all the way across.
You messed it up a little, but yeah.
Yeah.
Waiting for Casey to drown on land. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see that. That sounds like only something Dick can pull off.
Yeah. Something I forgot to mention earlier, as Esper enters this boss boombox room, you can actually completely skip this boss fight by shooting eggs, which skips the cutscene that starts the boss fight, and the Jiggy is just sitting there, and you can just go collect it. There's ways to collect it. There's a frame-perfect way to collect it. If you rat-a-tat-rap the Jiggy when you jump into it. Is Esper going to go for it? No. He just jumps into the Jiggy. But if you jump into the boss boombox and hit the Jiggy at the same frame that you hit the boss boombox, then you'll bounce off the boss and collect the Jiggy, skipping the dance animation. But it's frame perfect. See how many tokens King has? He is down 1 Mumbo token, leaving Rusty Bucket Bay, so we'll have to see.
Where would you want to be getting one?
I would just get the one outside of Click Clock Wood, probably. The Click Clock Wood
The
painting.
puzzle?
Yeah, the puzzle. We'll see what he does. You're supposed to have 18, leaving Rusty Bucket Bay. He's going to have 17. Esper's not doing too shabby though. He's going through Rusty Bucket Bays pretty quick. He's doing his thing. No major mistakes on his end. So he's doing fine. He can catch up. Once both players are in Click Clock Wood, it's so stupid how this race works. It's basically like anybody's game, literally until probably I'd say after Furnace Fun.
Casey's having a little bit of a trouble there. He made it though.
Yeah,
no,
he
Casey did not reset too early.
No, he didn't.
It was close though.
If he had, I think Esper would be ahead right now.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a butt slap on Casey's side? Yeah, whenever he gets a follower, yeah, you get a little butt slap action. So, by the way, go follow both of these guys. They're good banjo runners, really entertaining streamers. Good guys. Both on my Twitch team, Monkeys and Bears. Twitch team of Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong 64 speedrunners.
We just saw Esper kind of going in a little bit of the acid there too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky to do that platforming in there, small platform, so.
Here's another one of those, oh, he didn't go for it.
Oh yeah, he's going for it. There's a new way of doing this.
He didn't get it.
He failed it, yeah.
But, this one you have to jump out of the water onto the Jiggy, right?
Yeah, so what you would do is you get the Jinjo and then jump into the water. Then you would jump into the Jiggy without touching the ground, and it assumes you're still in the water. And therefore it skips the really long Jiggy dance animation at the end, and he failed it, so he had to watch it. 10 seconds down the drain, King. But now, this is just the end of Rusty Bucket Bay. Now that he's collected all the Jiggies and all the notes, he just has to get this one empty honeycomb cell in here. He's going to take 2 damage from the chomp, and then make sure he kills this guy. And then he just has to fly into the honeycomb and then die to fall damage, and he's out of there. Even managing to pick up a gold feather as he died there. He has plenty at this point.
We'll see coming up, once he's grabbing the Click Clock Woods puzzle, what Casey's gonna do with Bruntilda. Some runners like to ask Bruntilda questions about Grunty to help out with Furnace Fun later on, but he normally skips it.
I think he'll go for it.
You think?
Yeah, I think he'll talk to Brentilda here. I skipped Brentilda. I always talk to a Brentilda, and this has always been a bit of controversy between the top runners and what's worth it to do or what's not worth it to do, and what will save you the most time versus what won't. But talking to a Brentilda. Okay, so there are these questions on Furnace Fun, which is the quiz thing at the end of the game, which are completely random every single time you start a run. So if you talk to Brentilda, you can narrow down the patterns using this program that all of us have on our computers. If you don't talk to Brentilda, you don't narrow down the patterns, you can still use the program as you go through Furnace Fun, getting questions either right or wrong. But every time you get a question wrong, you lose like 7 seconds or something. So talking to Brentilda loses a little less than 20 seconds, and it can sometimes help you to get a perfect Furnace Fun, which is where you get every question right. Whereas if you don't talk to Brentilda at all, it's really you're really just relying on luck at that point, because the calculator doesn't really update too much if you get a question wrong. If you get a question right, it narrows down the patterns quite a bit. So if King goes in, or let's say one of the runners doesn't go into Furnace, doesn't talk to Brentilda and goes into Furnace Fun. If they just get questions over and over wrong, then it's more likely that they'll keep getting more and more questions wrong. So you have to get lucky if you don't talk to Brentilda, and King is not going to talk to Brentilda. You were right.
It's one of those, yeah. I mean, you said it yourself. He doesn't like to go for safe strats, but it's one of those tricks. It sounds like, from what you were saying, that like until you get an extremely competitive time, it's not really worth it to go for.
Yeah, and even then, I mean, Stiv still doesn't know whether or not you should do it, even for him, the guy who has the world record. So Esper fell without getting the Jiggy up here, so he has to. That's not where you go. He has to figure out how he's gonna get that Jiggy. There we go.
Well, King really likes to go in as hard as he can.
But even in runs or races, regardless, I've always talked to a Brentilda outside Click Clock Wood. Until yesterday, because recently I've been getting bad luck even with talking to Brentilda. So I decided to try not talking to Brentilda, and I lost a minute to Furnace Fun, getting 7 grunty questions wrong. So I'm going to continue to talk to Brentilda. It's basically one of those things where you could go in saying like, yeah, I could get lucky here and then I save 20 seconds, or I could get unlucky here and then I lose like the run. So it's like whether or not you're just like okay with losing a run after 2 hours and being on a crazy good pace.
We'll probably see Esper going for Brentilda, you think?
Yeah, I would think so.
All right.
Right, I didn't mention that if there is a death tile, which could be a grunty question, and if it is a grunty question and you get it wrong, then you have to restart Furnace Fun from the beginning. There's also a Joker tile, which could be a grunty question, and if it is a grunty question, you get it wrong, you have to like walk off of the Furnace Fun board and die. That's the fastest way to keep going with the run.
There's like no way he could go after a different Joker question?
No.
Or would it just be faster to go after that one still?
It would be, because the only way to get to another Joker question would be through one of the timed mini games, which are the ones we skip with Joker questions, with Joker cards.
Right.
Do you just mash through the questions, or how does the luck work? Well, if you don't talk to Brentilda, you could still use the Furnace Fun calculator, and you can still pick what would be the most likely answer to be correct, but you have 256 possible patterns, so it's I don't know. It seems worth it for me to go for Brentilda, because it gives you a chance of having a really good Furnace Fun. But if you do talk to Brentilda, it's like the equivalent of if you just straight up got 2 grunty questions wrong. So it's kind of up for debate, but like it's just so much more likely that you're just going to get grunty question after grunty question wrong than it is that you're going to go in there without having talked to Brentilda and get a perfect Furnace Fun.
Well, as for finishing up Rusty Bucket Bay, and so far Casey's been having a pretty decent spring.
Yep.
We're gonna see him.
He spoke too soon. He screwed up that damage cancel. But yeah, he's been having a good one otherwise. Oh yeah, King does a strat here where he's actually gonna.
It's not working. Oh, the bugs were like not hitting him. Normally he would get hit there and he could move during the cutscene a lot earlier, but the bees weren't cooperating.
Yeah. That was really weird. Yeah, that definitely did not save him any time there. That was super weird. The bees just didn't hit him.
Yeah.
And he clips out pretty quick there. Clipping out of bounds there takes you back to the entrance of the level, but you retain all your notes, so you can get to the summer portion of Click Clock Wood much quicker. Yeah, 256 is just one of those numbers. See it all over programming.
Is there a setup for the clip? I believe so.
Yeah.
Same as like Gobi clip or anything like that.
Ooh, he's dead, dude. He is dead as a doornail. Oh, he's gonna use all his gold feathers? Yeah, he'll be fine.
Who's winning? So far, Casey is in the lead. But
so far, Casey's in the yeah.
Dies here. I mean,
he will lose a lot of that lead.
Yeah, Esper still has yet to get into Click Clock Woods, but I mean, Casey would still be ahead if he were to die now. He'd prefer not to, obviously.
If he dies in autumn, then I believe Esper would probably take a lead. Summer's a bit... Autumn's a really long... spring one is really quick. But summer is a bit longer, and autumn is much longer, and then winter's a little bit quicker as well. Now King is in trouble, though, because he needs to have a minimum of 3 gold feathers here. He has 1. So at some point, King is gonna... He's dead. He died. He typed LOL in all caps in the chat. We're about to see a really funny death. Here it comes.
No! If you ground pound and fall, you are able to fall as far as you want because it gives you iframes from the ground pound. But he landed on the bull.
He landed on the bull, dude. Oh!
He tried to grab the bull by the horns.
And we have a race, ladies and gents, because Esper is just going to talk to Brentilda here. Which could
he still has a decent lead. He's not going to have to... Well... Oh, he doesn't need the gold feathers for the bugs. Or for
I was
the
looking at the wrong
least.
thing, so I've been commentating on the super delayed one.
Have you?
Yeah, I've been spoilerini everything, probably. Irish Punk, he died. He had a bit of time to talk in the chat.
He still has a decent lead.
He does. But yeah, he died in summer. What's he doing now? What's he doing? He doesn't need to come up here. I don't think. He doesn't need to be here.
I mean, are there gold feathers up here?
Nope. He climbed up there for no reason. And now he's going to make his way over to the plant. Wait, where's he going? Oh.
I don't know.
This is strange. I don't believe that he needs to go up there for anything.
Casey.
He's already hatched Eerie, and he has already hit the summer switch, so he's climbing this tree for no reason. See, this is one of those things. If you die in a run, you just reset, right? But if you die in a race, you don't really know what to do as well. So he's just jumping up here. He's going to find out very soon that Eerie is hatched, and he's just going to jump around in circles and then realize, oh yeah, I didn't need to come up here, and jump down.
We might be seeing him say another lol in chat here pretty soon.
Personally, if I died in summer, I would probably just go right back into summer and then do everything in spring 2 with the bee, because it's be faster, I think. RNG manipulation, I'm sure. Oh, Esper is risking it for the biscuit here. Okay, he almost got hit by a bird. But Esper is climbing the tree now, for good reason. He still has to hatch the bird and hit the switch.
Casey's still going to have that problem of low gold feathers right now.
Yes, he still only has 1 gold feather, but at least now he gets to revisit places, and maybe there's some more gold feathers he can pick up. The quickest gold feather I can think of for him would be the one next to the bird in autumn.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully he doesn't go in here.
Yeah, there's nothing in there. So this is where he died, so now he's back on track. And now this will be more of a genuine idea of how far ahead he is from Esper. That would be faster. I wasn't intending on making that a pun.
See, that was the part where you were supposed to take credit for it regardless.
No, because I don't want to take credit for a bad pun. Is King allowed to listen to the stream? Yeah, there are no rules against looking to see where Esper is or listening to the stream. If I commentate saying King shouldn't be climbing this tree, and he hears that, and he jumps down from the tree sooner, you know, that's up to him. But he didn't do that. He wasn't listening to me, clearly.
Yeah, because it still went up.
Esper does not do... Okay, there's a strategy that's one of the more advanced strategies. Saves around 20 seconds that King is going to be doing and Esper is not going to be doing. We call it the soft lock strat, because to get the Jiggy from the plant, you first poop 5 eggs in spring 1, you water the plant in summer, you water the plant in autumn, and then the Jiggy spawns in autumn after you've watered it twice. But what King's going to end up doing, when he gets to autumn, he's going to skip watering the plant, because it wastes time to have to go there. Whoa. Okay. So if he goes back to spring again and poops after he's watered it in summer, and poops 5 more eggs into the already planted, plant ground, then the Jiggy spawns, but the camera fixates on a spot, which totally freezes the game, and would normally be soft lock. You cannot continue the game. The game is frozen. But he's also going to be taking damage during that cutscene, so that he can move and find his way over to Mumbo's hut. It's a bit of a risky strat, but it would save 20 seconds if he executed it properly. So we'll see. Esper's not going to be doing that, which means he's not going to be taking the risk, but he will be losing 20 seconds if King manages to pull that off.
Ooh.
King jumping
Those
around
jumps
those
there
birds.
are always stressful.
Yeah, he goes for some riskier jumps there that don't really save any time, so, that's King for you.
I'm still wondering if he knows he's low on feathers.
Yeah, that's true. Because, yeah, he's going to be heading into autumn here soon, and he needs to have 3 for autumn. And if he still only has 1, then he's going to have to figure something out.
Did
2
he
quick
pick
ones.
up an extra Mumbo token?
Yeah, he got the one outside Click Clockwood painting, puzzle, whatever. 20 seconds or throw a race. Such a tough choice. Well, depends how consistent you are at the soft lock. I've done it in all 3 of my races so far. Not managed to screw it up. And there is kind of a backup if you do screw it up. It doesn't really throw, per se, if you know that backup.
Well, you guys have a pretty good setup for it by this point.
Yeah. You can still... It's a good setup, but it requires doing like a bunch of stuff. And if you screw up anything, then you are lost. Because the camera's still fixated on that same spot.
Ooh.
A little sliding into this bramble bush.
Interrupting Mumbo a little bit while he's
King
trying
has
to play
thrown
his
the
hut.
race multiple times already. Yeah, exactly. So is Esper. They're both gonna get like 220 garbage runs. Esper looks like he accidentally went up the wrong side of the tree there. Turn
I
around.
got a feather there.
You got that gold feather, the one next to the
Yeah.
bird? Okay, yeah, that's a good one
Do
to
you
get.
have another one?
Is he at 2?
Mm-hmm. You said
Well,
he
one he should have gotten is one under the bridge on the way to spring. Like in the overworld, there's one under the bridge on the way to spring, and you can just quickly grab that one. I don't know of another one. He might be able... No, he's not able to. You have to have 3 feathers. Well, you know what he could do if he was really smart? Is he could use 1 gold feather, get the notes, and then intentionally take 2 damage from the first bear snare. Because then he would have the 2 gold feathers he needs for the second one. Or he would have the 1 gold feather he needs for the next one.
Right.
So the only way to make this work with 2 gold feathers is to just use 1 on this and intentionally take damage. We'll see if he does that. I just thought of that now. I don't think anyone's ever really done that before. So we'll see. He did it. Yeah, he did it. So he has
Maybe
the gold
he's
feather he
listening
needs.
to you.
He might be listening to me. We're cheating.
Sorry. Casey. Don't listen. in.
Unless he just came to that conclusion himself, knowing that he had 2 gold feathers, and that was the only way he could do that.
Casey's a smart guy.
He might have figured it out. That's true. If it were me in a race situation, I would have been like, "Oh fuck! I only have 2 gold feathers. I'm totally fucked. I have no idea what to do," and I probably would have died.
Oh, you'd have probably been fine. Once you're in that race mindset, you kind of really start doing some crazy things. Esper's having a pretty standard click clock so far.
Yeah, not too bad from him. It just comes down to if someone makes a mistake. If King makes a mistake, Esper's in the lead. Like if King dies, Esper at that point is gonna win, or
Well, a lot of
is a
this
favorite
could
to win.
just come down to Furnace Fun, just straight
True.
luck.
Furnace Fun is straight luck. It's true.
Yeah.
If you die on the death square in Furnace Fun, it's like 3 minutes or something. I don't remember how much it is, but I know it's 1.5 minutes if you die on the Joker. That's already bad. But die on the death square is much worse. And King did not talk to Bruntilda, so
Which
possibility.
Esper, like you said, we did see Esper do that, so he might.
King is also notorious for sucking at Furnace Fun and not knowing the answers to the regular questions, so
True.
that could happen as well.
Esper has no problem with gold feathers.
No, plenty.
Do people 100% Furnace Fun? I don't think so. You mean 100% all the questions?
Yeah, it's not a thing.
That would be horrible.
It'd just be. I mean, it'd be fine if you didn't get any unlucky. Well, if you knew all the grunty patterns, it would be fine. It'd just be annoying.
Yeah, you just really have to like trivia a lot for that. I can't imagine anyone would even do it regardless of whether or not it was required for 100%. Maybe put it into a max percent category.
King's gonna jump around the birds. Nope, he's doing the normal strat here.
There is no meme category for that, no.
There are a lot of meme categories for this game, though. Sandcastle percent is a pretty good meme.
All you have to do to make it a category flag is go do a run and then submit it to speedruns.com.
Yeah, I'll race you in 100% Furnace Fun.
Oh gosh. Longest cutscene in the game.
It's pretty long, yeah. It's one of the very, very, very few breaks you get in this game. Like in most speedruns, at least you get a little bit of a break where things happen and you're not controlling the character. Let's say Super Mario 64, you get a star, there's a little cutscene, and then you leave the level, and there's a little cutscene even when you leave the level. In this game, you get a 4-second cutscene when you get a Jiggy, and that's that. It's a very, very fast-paced speedrun. There's no stopping. There's a couple of cutscenes. When you open up a level is a nice break. When you do Twinklies, obviously it's the biggest break. King just took fall damage, so this is going to be very sketchy. Oh god, get out of there. He has 1 HP. He just took damage.
He can get help right here and right outside.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
Smart.
kingkc. Playing it safe at this point. At this point, why wouldn't you? This run already sucks. Esper walks right past that note and has to wait for the bird to go back in. So it all comes down to Winter. King has 4 HP, which is doesn't seem like he'd be in too much danger, but 4 HP is not a lot when you fall from the very top of this tree. You die with 4. So he could get unlucky and die. The snowmen could snipe him. There are more Sir Slush in this level, and they have pretty good aim here. So. Oh, and he's sliding down the
challenge rock.
Rude commentary, whatever. These guys are both my friends. They won't care. I wouldn't do it if it was like someone I didn't know. But yeah, King would say this is like a garbage run.
I think they both would.
Yeah, and Esper would too.
If you ever get a death in a run, it's pretty much a bad run for people who have a decent time.
Ooh. Whoa, King actually went for that crazy rat-a-tat-rap thing that he does. After the beak bomb there. A little dangerous. He could have fallen down.
Taking a little damage there.
Oh, accidentally runs into one of the whip cracks in here.
Don't be scaring us like that, Casey.
I think people like positivity.
Some people like realism.
Yeah. What do you say to that? If it is this? Huh?
If
You don't like our negativity? You can get out!
you like negativity, I don't think we really want to have any active negativity, but
Well, you can get out! The BK runners all tend to be realists. It looks like Esper missed this acorn here. He's gonna have to try to get it. No, he gets it. Recovery.
ooh, Casey almost missed that jiggy.
I feel like, okay, how many people are watching the stream right now? 431. I feel like 300 people are watching the stream just to criticize our commentary.
Yes, they are. Of course they are.
Who else is commentating other than Dick? Sage V3.
Hey, Jack.
What's up, Jake? Oh no, King! Ooh, he's gonna get down to 1 HP here, I think. Okay, he only lost 1 health. And whoa, he fell before doing Winter Clip, so he has to climb all the way up the tree. Oh, he's gonna fly up. I don't know how many red feathers King has. I think he was okay with red feathers. I forgot that Esper is actually in a catastrophic place with red feathers, so we'll see how that goes for him in winter.
I think he's fine at this point. I think he collected a lot.
Oh, okay, that's good then.
Either way, I mean...
Okay, so King now...
If they really need to...
He's gonna be attempting 2 clips here. Didn't get sniped by the snowman, so clip number 1 makes it through, goes out of bounds. And heads into Naughty's to get the last empty honeycomb piece here. And then he's going to attempt to clip out of bounds again to just take him right to the exit. And looks like he's setting it up quite nice here. He's a bit high. Worked out. So we got both clips. Casey is so dumb. Watch this, guys. Just watch.
Did he just leave?
Yeah. He just left the level and he did not collect 100 notes, which means that he has to get all the notes again.
Oh no.
That's the end. That's
it. Yeah.
That is ooh boy. That was pretty I don't think that was an accident.
I think he thought
he was done. Yeah.
Well, I think he was thinking he did what you were saying. Just maybe collect every no. Wait, no, he still had to do spring too. I don't know what he was thinking.
He still had to get all the Jinjos.
Casey, I'm sorry, I can't defend this.
He has to get all the Jinjos and all the notes again, so this has given Esper a humongous window to take this one. But it's not over till it's over.
Yeah, Furnace Fun could easily be the ringer here, but I
Esper's done his clip. Did he even do the B stuff? No, Matt has. That's the thing. He didn't do anything. He didn't get all the notes. Or he has both honeycombs now, so he doesn't have to. He's going to winter. I don't know what he's. Oh no, that's Esper. Sorry, I'm mixed up now.
Yeah, Casey's
but
on
King now does not have to get the honeycombs, but he does have to recollect every single note.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to get caterpillars. He's
gonna need gold feathers.
He does need gold feathers. He needs
everything. Oh gosh.
He needs all the notes. He needs all the Jinjos. And yeah, he needs a couple more gold feathers. Oh man, that is a really brutal way to lose a race. But he might not have lost. Esper still has to get through winter, finish up spring 2, which there's no risk for him because he's not doing the soft lock strat.
Well, you never know. Esper could accidentally leave Click Clock Woods.
He could. Esper could accidentally leave or die.
Oh.
But
I do have videos.
If I were Esper, I would slow play the shit out of this now.
Yeah. You're right, Tetsu. I'm a fraud.
Fraud.
I'm sorry.
Wait, you played it? What?
I played it a little bit. I got to like the second world, and then I quit. Hmm. I don't know.
Well,
There might be little hope here, but
there is. I mean, it's mine. It's a very small hope, but if Esper dies without getting all the notes, that's one thing.
yeah, this
Esper
can be a really
has
difficult level.
94 notes at the moment. So if he dies, he has to get them all again. And honestly, though, I would say no matter how bad Esper's Furnace Fun is, he did talk to Brentilda. Even if he had to like restart it twice, he would have the board solved at that point. Like, I mean, if Esper failed Furnace Fun skip, that would be. There is definitely still hope for King. It's just Esper would have to do something equally as bad as leaving and leaving Click Clock without all the notes. At this point, he would have to do something really bad. And despite how big Click Clock Wood is, going around getting all the notes isn't so slow because a lot of the level is really long cutscenes that have to do with jiggies, which King no longer has to do any of those. Esper is really struggling to poop an egg into this window here. But he's doing it at an angle. Just shoot it straight back. Okay, he got it.
Alright, King's out of gold feathers here. He needs at least one, right, for the next bear trap?
King definitely knows about the gold feather that's under the bridge in the
Right.
overworld. He just didn't get it, I think. Got the boots for swag. Just booting his way into Mumbo's hut. Looks like 230 garbage runs. Alright, now Esper's turn to do the winter clips and hopefully not leave the level after doing them.
These are being played on the N64, Jay. They use a capture card to capture their game video and then put it onto OBS.
Got the first clip, and it looks like he's not going to land. Get the empty honeycomb.
I was actually curious whether or not Esper did these, but...
Yeah, Esper's been doing them. It looks like he's set up pretty well. That's going to work. Oh, it did not work! That is a bullsh. That is a big pile of bullsh. That looked good to me, Esper. I don't know what you did wrong there. Either way, it's not that bad. It's like a 40-second time loss. What? He's not opting to do Ice Clip. He is really slow playing this. Ice Clip gets you right near the exit, but Esper is saying, King died, I'm not going to die. It is possible to die to Ice Clip. So he decided to just swim out the normal way, and he's just like, screw dying to Ice Clip. He is down to play this safe and win this race. Basically, Ice Clip puts you right near this exit here. So it would have been more like a 40-second time loss, or now it's more like a minute time loss. But Esper just has to... kind of looked like Esper was memeing a little bit, jumping straight towards the exit of the level, but now he has 100 notes. All you have to do in Spring 2 is collect the last couple of Jinjos and get the Jinjo Jiggy, and then you're done. Click clock. How and where did King die again? King did not die. He left the level and re-entered it without collecting 100 notes. So he has to collect them now. This is a speed run, not a slow and steady run. This is not a speed run, this is a race.
This is a race, correct. Playing safe in a race is the obvious way to go. But, you know, slow and steady wins the race as long as Furnace Fun allows that. He could also have a really bad grunty fight, but I mean, that's you know.
Esper's
probably not.
Like I said, Esper's an intermediate runner. As much as these runs haven't looked too good for him, either of these guys, they're both pretty talented runners. They both have sub 220s. King has a 210. Esper has like a 215 or 216 or 217, one of those.
It's a 100% tournament, correct.
They're coming upon the 220 mark though, and neither of them are out of Click Clock Wood yet. Esper has failed entering the beehive. It's looking like it's been a rough day for these guys, that's all. But Esper, you know, I don't think he's at the point where he's going to really badly choke the grunty fight. That being said, that could happen to anyone. And Esper has finished and left Click Clock with everything. Picking up the last Jiggy in the whole game, and then boom. Esper has 100% completed his totals. Now he just has to beat the final boss.
Casey's unsure of his totals right now.
One of those things about Click Clock Wood is gotta keep. If you die and you have to recollect the notes, do not. Make sure you got what you need.
Yeah.
He picked up a gold feather. I don't know if he ever got those ones in autumn.
Oh no.
Have to go back for those. Now Esper's on to Furnace Fun. He talked to a Brentilda, which means that the grunty questions, while they'll still be random, they won't be random for long, and he'll have a bit of a better chance of getting the answers correct on the grunty squares using his Furnace Fun calculator program. Anonachus King left Click Clock Wood without collecting all of the notes, so he has to recollect all of the notes.
So once we see Esper make his way over to a death square, at least the fastest one he can get to on the board, we're gonna see him doing the Furnace Fun skip, which is basically standing on the death square, purposefully getting the question wrong, and you have to be standing on the square in such a particular way so that when you get knocked off of it, it doesn't toss you into the lava, which it's supposed to do that, but when it doesn't kill you, it basically thinks that you're either dead or done with the minigame. So you're able to walk through all the questions, and you cannot talent trot or anything like that, right? As long as you're on the squares.
You can, but you have to be on the cracks between the squares. It's like a really, really pixel perfect.
Right. But yeah, we're gonna see them doing that, which will let them skip the rest of the questions, which is a really big save.
Yeah, not only does it skip half of the Furnace Fun board like the rest of the questions, but also skips 5 minutes of credits that happens before the final boss fight.
That was one of the biggest skips that was found for this game a while ago.
Yeah, about 3 years now, probably.
Right? Didn't realize it was that long now.
Yeah, it's been a long time. That is Mumbo's Mountain. I wonder if Esper knows. He does. Okay. Esper knows the answers to these questions pretty well. He has made it past the Joker question without getting a grunty or an RNG-based question, and he has made it past the Skull space without getting an RNG-based question. So now for the rest of Furnace Fun, he's simply answering. He's not really at risk of dying and having to start over, unless he screws up the skip at the end. But he's flying through that Furnace Fun. I don't know how many grunty questions he got wrong, but not many, if any. Can anyone confirm? I wasn't really watching. I was kind of watching King. King's back in spring. I think he got one wrong. Oh, he's got one more to do here. Dead. You got it correct. It's time to set up the Furnace Fun skip, and I'll see here whether or not it will work. That looks good to me. I think he nailed it. That's Mad Monster Mansion, so he has to answer something other than Mad Monster Mansion. He did. He's gonna get knocked onto the board, and now he has control of Banjo. The game has no idea what's going on. He's able to skip the rest of Furnace Fun. He's able to jump straight into to the final boss area and skip 5 minutes worth of credits. Now all he has to do is defeat Grunty.
Grunty fight. Yeah.
And then Esper can take the W here. He's going for he trolled me. He trolled me. I thought he was going for dog skip. He really got me there.
Are you sure he wanted to and then just decided not to at the end?
No, he literally did that so that I would start talking about dog skip. Memeing me. He's gonna refill all his stuff because he does not need to. Oh, he was low on red feathers anyway, so this is probably a good idea for him to refill those. He'll probably just get eggs and then call it there. Yeah, he's just gonna refill his eggs and feathers. He's got lots of gold feathers too if he wants them. He doesn't need to refill those. My ears, my ears. I'm 12, by the way. That's you, generic brand.
Oh. Don't listen to him, generic brand. You're at least 13.
My ears, my ears. Mom. Okay. Okay, so now Esper's going to skip this first phase of Grunty. You can ground pound recoil to avoid taking damage from her as she dives into you. And then poop eggs on this part of the tower, and then she takes all 4 hits from the first phase from those 4 eggs, allowing you to get to the next phase. He's going to ground pound recoil to avoid the damage from that homing attack. And then he just has to make his way around the castle, shooting 3 eggs into her at each side. And he's failing. There we go. Okay.
Oh, he looks like he's feeling a bit nervous right now.
He might be a bit nervous. He almost got knocked down and died. He could die here. I mean, he's minutes and he's like 20 minutes ahead of King at this point. He could die like 10 times and still win this race, so no worries there. He has defeated that phase. Now comes from arguably the toughest phase here, the beak bombs. We'll see if Esper pulls this off. Right now he just has to mash B to hit the first one. But the second one he has to kind of cut her off. And looks like he's going to get it. The third one, you can, if you line it up quick enough, you can just do it like that. And that is a beautiful beak bomb phase, because the fourth one, you simply have as much time as you need to line that one up. So great. Good work with Esper there on that beak bombs. The next phase is to shoot 3 eggs into 4 Jinjo statues that are going to be placed on different corners of the map. Looks like Esper's not opting to go for the cutscene skip. Maybe he is. Nope.
He might.
He's just going to stand in front of the statue.
Yeah,
you can poop 3 eggs.
Yeah.
Pre-cutscene here, and they can go into the statue. But he's not opting to do it. People have said it's been linked to a soft lock, so it's a little bit risky to do. Have
you ever seen anybody actually soft lock there?
Yep, I have. And I was like a minute and a half PB pace.
Oh, it was you.
It's been happened to a lot of people. The soft lock in the Grunty fights, it's basically, no one knows really what causes it, but sometimes the Jinjo statues won't accept the eggs, and then you just have to start over the whole fight again.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's happened to several people. Yep.
Yeah, probably not race friendly then. Unless you're neck and neck. Oh. Casey's still in Click Clock Wood.
Yep, he's trying to figure out where the notes are. He got all these ones. Seems he's lost track of where the notes are, and he's just running around.
I'm waiting for Esper to finish up.
Looks like he's just trying to think at this point. Stopped moving Banjo, so
I think he's probably just waiting.
Having a nice Gingenator here. Really nice. Just gotta get in 5 more eggs, and then we will call time on Esper, and we will call GG. Done. Looks like it's 28-25 for Esper. He gets the victory.
Good game, guys.
Esperama. GG, to be honest. Give him some GGs in the chat. Overcoming all odds, and that is a really big upset.
It was a good race. There was a lot of back and forth, which was awesome to see.
I guess.
I mean, I know. They weren't the greatest of runs, but it's always fun to see things go back and forth like that.
True. It was nice to see Esper win it all.
Mm-hmm.
How far?
All right. Is anybody else going to be racing later?
I don't know, but do we want to get Esper in here for a post-game interview?
Do we want to get Casey in here to hear what the hell was going through his head?
Well, Casey's still racing.
All right.
Let's let him
grab
figure
him
out.
in
Casey, there's no telling how much longer it's going to take. I don't know how many notes he's missing, but he doesn't know.
Oh,
where they are,
he's still going to finish up because of the average times.
Yeah, he has to finish
Right.
because if he forfeits, he gets a 4-hour time.
Ouch.
So this will be a little bit. This might be a slightly bit better than 4 hours if he finishes it. 7 notes he's missing. 7?
7? Maybe he missed some in the beehive and then 3 somewhere else?
Did he? Maybe all the ones in winter? No, there's like.
Uh,
It sounds like he's missing notes from 2 separate locations.
Right.
But yeah, where's Esper at? Get Esper. Let's see if Esper wants in. I'll add him.
Esper, there you are. Get in here.
Yeah.
Do we need to drag him in?
I think
Or does someone need to do that?
I don't know. Maybe we can do it. Is he in?
Esper, just hop into the waiting room, and then someone might be able to drive you in here. You're gonna need to be in this room with the restream going. There we go.
GG, to be
You
honest.
can just get in here.
GG, to be honest. What's
Nice
up?
win, dude.
How about that Gobies?
Oh boy, that I apologize if you go back and listen to the commentary because I was like laughing my ass off.
Oh no, I was
On
laughing
the
so
target?
much when it happened.
I was like, because you missed the beak bomb twice, right? You're down
Yeah.
to 1 health, and you are trying so hard to line it up so that you won't.
I was freaking out because Grab almost pulled me down to the ground, so
Oh,
it was
I
kind of
didn't
weird, like setting up the bullseye, and then I bonked it twice, and then like with the 1 health, I was just like, oh man, it's over.
know. And then you beak bombed straight down into the hot sand.
Yeah, I don't know how I did that part.
I mean, you had some good levels though. I thought your click clock wood was pretty nice. I thought your RBB was pretty good.
He had a really good furnace fun.
You did. You only got 1 grunty wrong on Furnace Fun?
Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty solid. So,
Were you watching Casey at all during your race?
I had the stream up on a
Mhm.
second monitor.
nice.
So
You
so
had-
you were able to see that you were pretty much home free
Did you
at
see
that
what
point.
happened to King?
Which part? I know he died in Bubble Gloop and something
Are
happened.
you aware? Are you
He-
aware of what happened in Click Clock Wood to King?
He
Okay.
finished winter, ends up going to the start pad of Click
Oh,
Clock Woods,
yeah.
and he left.
He left the level.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what happened.
He didn't die. He just finished winter and then left, and then had to go back in. And he's memeing. He has no idea where. Okay, he's getting Jinjos now. I don't know how much longer King's gonna take, but he's definitely has no idea where his missing notes are at this point. I don't think. But anyways, so was it ever a point like? Okay, let's say when you died in Gobies, what was going through your head in terms of like the race, the tournament? You know, what was gonna happen? Had you given up at that point?
No, because like I think leaving Bubble Gloop, I was about like 2 or 3 minutes ahead of King, and then when I died, like he was just starting Gobies, and we were pretty even throughout Gobies for a while, and then I kind of did like a weird route to recover.
Right, because you had the red feathers stuff. That was hard to watch.
Oh yeah.
You were at low on red feathers for most of the run when you needed them. Freeze Easy Peak too. When you were there, you couldn't beat bomb all the snowman buttons.
Yeah, so just like trying to figure out like where's the fastest place to pick up some feathers, get back on track.
Yeah, well, sticking with it and not giving up worked out because you did in the end win it all.
It just really goes to show like anything can happen in Banjo. Definitely a race.
100%. We kept saying it's like with the mistakes that both of you guys were making, it was definitely anyone's race at this point.
Yeah, I think we
What do
ended
you
up
know?
seeing 3 deaths and 1 level exit.
Yeah.
Good race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we might have seen you overtake Casey regardless once he got to Furnace Fun because you talked to Bruntilda and he didn't, so
Oh yeah.
anything could have happened there.
After talking to Bruntilda, I only had 6 patterns,
Mhm.
so that kind of helped out a
Oh
lot.
dang, that is nice. Yeah, King decided to not talk to Brentilda. He hasn't talked to her. And
Wonder how that's gonna go for him.
it's just like, you know, it's obviously that's always been a point of debate between top runners, is like whether or not it's worth it to talk to any Brentildas. And at this point, I have to say it is. Like, I tried. I had gotten a few runs where I'd gotten unlucky, and even though I talked to Brentilda, gotten a few grunty questions wrong. But last time I did a run, I didn't talk to Brentilda, and I got like 8 grunty questions wrong. And it's just that when that's possible to happen and almost likely, yeah.
Yeah, I was doing a run the other day. I think I was actually on PB pace. I had like a really low pattern number, and I ended up getting like almost every single question wrong. So it didn't even like really matter in the end.
Well, it looks like
This
we have
is
Donkey
rough,
Kong
man. This
Country
is
coming
rough.
up.
I'm trying to think of places that he could
Has he checked the beehive?
There's 4 in the beehive in,
Right.
in
He
autumn.
found 3. He's just missing 4 now,
He's missing 4.
I think.
There's 4 around the plant in spring. There's 4 in the beehive in autumn. There's 4 on the cabin in winter. There's 4 in winter on the branches.
Oh, he just needs 3?
He just needs 3. Okay, well, there's 3 in each of those bear snares in autumn. There's 3 in summer on the way to the beehive. Those are commonly missed. So maybe he's on his way there now. There's 3 in Nabnut's house. There's 3 in a lot of places.
I think he got the ones in the tunnel to Nabnut.
There's 3 on every branch of the tree in spring.
It's probably one of the bear snares because I only saw him grab 1, so I think chat's right.
He only has 2 cold feathers. He might die again. Okay, he made it out. That was close. Looks like we gotta cut this short in about 1 minute. Nabnuts. Oh, they're in Nabnut's house. Okay, good. He was listening to me. Well, King, you're not gonna get to finish on stream because they're cutting in about 1 minute because there's a Donkey Kong Country race happening here. But King will finish. It will just be off stream. If you want to watch him finish, you can head over to his channel, twitch.tv/kingkc13. And then
Good games, guys.
also stick around here if you want to watch that Donkey Kong Country race coming up.
Thanks for
Should be
dropping in,
good stuff.
Esther.
What's that?
I said thanks for dropping in and talking to us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thanks for doing commentary, guys.
Yeah.
No problem. It was fun. Even though
All right.
everyone hated our commentary.
No,
We
they
got a
didn't.
lot of flack.
They loved it.
Nope, everyone hated it.
All right, we should get out of here. Thanks, guys. See ya.
Bye.